That's great. Be
massive.
West Coast time, asshole.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna really suck. I'm really hoping I'm gonna become an actor very quickly.
Oh my gosh.
Because I won't be able to get any jobs.
No, look, I'm counting on it, and you're not going to forget about all the little people when you're a major star in Hollywood here. So
yeah, I'll remember Vivi and Rory.
All right, hey guys, we're live on audio. We're live on audio, just so you know. We should be anyway. All right,
flash that on screen.
Phoebe, I'm gonna send what I'm in process to you.
Did you guys?
Okay.
This is. I just want to say,
You can't say what it is.
Say it out loud for all of us, even the people at home. They want to know.
They want to know.
They want to know.
Some of us know how well Vivi can keep a secret.
I have a terrible poker face, by the way.
I have no idea. Okay. So look, I'm going to run upstairs real quick. I'm going to freshen up my coffee, but we should be live. Are you guys seeing us live?
Yes.
I am.
Okay.
Also, look what I'm
all right, good.
BBC.
And you guys can entertain.
Chicken wings.
Very,
awesome.
very nice. And this time, guess what?
I'm still in progress on that.
He turned his microphone off. This is different.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want us to know he's watering his plants, so.
Evelyn, I meant to, yeah, exactly. So I would like to cut that out. Can we cut that out of the
Sunday?
Evelyn, can we?
What kind of incident you have?
Evelyn, can we cut that out of the last?
Probably, yeah.
I think we should.
What? Oh, I'm gonna go back.
You don't know what happened, Vivi? So look, we can cut this out too. So last session on Sunday. Yeah. And I've always feared I would do this because I use wireless mics. They're lapel mics. They're always connected. Every time I go upstairs on break and I use the restroom, I always make sure they're turned off. This last Sunday, I forgot to turn it off, and so on the break, I was relieving myself, peeing in the toilet, and
you just hear him.
It was no. I was watering the plants. That's all I was doing.
Okay.
But it was heard on stream.
I mean, if you were yelling, "Come on, get out!"
Oh, stop!
That
Stop!
would be awkward.
As a healthcare professional, I would like to tell you that you should seek help if that is the case.
Drink more water.
It was really funny because
very red.
I was the only one still in the game room.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, chat started blowing up. Did someone forget to turn off their mic while I went to the restroom? And I was just like, and I went upstairs and I was like, "Hey guys, don't forget to turn off your mics." And
If you're peeing.
And John went, "Oh, I think that was me. Oh no."
Now it would have been great if he started singing, "Let it go, let it go, don't hold it back any." Oh yeah, there we go.
I got a bit too detailed for my. This is weird. I'm gonna see Terry in person.
Yeah, you will.
I know.
Can we do another? Okay, thank you.
No.
Yes, to your plane ticket? Yes, Vivi.
It's already
Thank
bought.
you, Rory.
You didn't know?
Yes.
Well,
And you're gonna be stuck here for 2 weeks or something like that anyway, so just deal with it.
For
okay?
quarantine, I have to stay for 2 weeks.
I had already packed all of my VV smuggling supplies into my car.
Oh yes, you just tell
But
me
I
where
got
and when to
stopped
be.
at the border, so.
Oh.
You know how to kayak?
Why do you have rope and duct tape? And
Well,
That's a lot. Chloroform. That's a lot of
I
chloroform.
would prefer you not ask about my personal life. Border Patrol,
There's also a big bag
You
of
know,
gummy
some
bears
people
in
pay
here.
for
What's
that.
happening?
Josh is back and like,
That's part of my Josh kit. That's not part of the VV kit.
we're trying to get Josh too. I'm like throwing axes, and you just see like this shaking bag in the window.
Josh,
Like
which hotel are you staying in?
My cousins.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
you're
staying
not
at his
staying in-
cousin's house.
I still gotta book that. I should probably
Because
book
the
that.
reason I say that, my hotel, the one that I got a reservation at, has like food and drinks for guests in the evening. So I was gonna try and get as many people in.
Are you trying to pick me up, Terry?
Maybe.
How
Okay,
you
I think I'm
doing,
into this.
Josh?
Hey,
I'm okay
doing?
with this. Also,
How you
really funny
doing?
on a super side note, I was planning on wearing a mask last night
Yeah.
as part of the stream, but it would fit for normal people, but not
Are
for
you
my
not
nose.
normal?
Do you have a coconut? A big coconut?
I got a big coconut.
No.
No.
I've got a lovely
It's
bunch
just
of
my
coconut.
nose is crooked, so until it's
they all
corrected
standing
in
in
another
a row.
2 weeks.
Oh, and so Evelyn, I'm going
Yes.
into the costume shop tomorrow or Thursday
Yeah?
to find clothing for Ren Fair.
Nice.
Because I don't have anything.
I gotta
So I
pull mine
figure-
out of storage.
I figure I have a giant costume shop. I'll just go in and start trying things on.
I got my elf ears already pulled to the side and my spirit gum, and I just have to unpack my costume out of my storage bins. Since
I think we have a horse head. I could be the horse. In fact, I know we
for
have
the
a horse head.
joust.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to wear full face masks, though.
Okay, that's fine. I'll cut a hole in the front. Oh, what hotel? It's a Hilton hotel.
Yeah, that didn't help
It's-
me.
It's the same one, like I think Phantom and Time Lord's wife is in. Hold on.
Yeah,
let
that
me
didn't help
find-
me either.
It's hold on. I'm finding right now. Embassy Suites
Yeah.
by Hilton, Nashville, Southeast Murfreesboro. It's a really long name. I'm
Yeah,
gonna copy and paste now.
Thank
4
you.
days. 4 days.
You know, in the good old days, it was just this hotel. Not anymore. Now there's like 3 names to it. Look,
Well, you have
look.
to know which of those hotels, right?
And the best part, Cars, is that most of our clothing is 1980s prom dresses. So I may be dressed as that for the Ren Fair.
Oh my gosh, please. I would love to see you in a 1980s prom dress.
We have so many. Oh my God. They were
Well, isn't
donated,
that
like, in
what
bulk.
I was gonna say? That's pretty much what people donate to costume shops, because
Yeah.
we got a bunch of those in our costume shop at the Rep too.
Luckily, we've done a lot of Shakespeare before I got here. So there's a lot of like Shakespeare type stuff down there. So I'm just gonna try stuff on. Carrie, I could do that. I have plenty of pig's blood, actually. It's in the garage.
Excuse me?
Where you keep it?
What?
Says pardon?
What are we talking
No,
about?
where you keep
You
your
just said I have plenty of pig's blood.
What? No, me? No.
You keep it in the garage, right next to the,
Duct tape in a row?
Yeah, there's plenty of meals
That's
that
for
cook with
Tor-
that.
That's for Terry's and I
What?
own time.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right, of course.
You got to do the.
Bigger guns.
Oh, whoa, are we going live?
Yeah, I think
We-
so.
We are already live.
Oh,
I've been live my whole life.
You've been live the
Oh,
whole
makes
time.
sense.
When I
I've
was
been
dead.
alive.
Kicking off our video here to
Oh,
prep us.
gotcha.
Hey, Aventuras Narrativas.
Location spot.
It's very
Hey,
good.
Chris, Patrick.
Could use a little bit of, this that.
Hello, Amanda.
So, Vivi, my monitor died. My second monitor died the other night. So now everything's on one monitor.
Cry, cry. Now
Wait,
you know
what do
how
you
I
mean
feel.
your monitor died?
Okay, so it like
It's
doesn't
not
work
dead.
anymore.
Okay, have you
It
checked
stopped
the
working.
connection?
Yes, I checked
Did you
all.
unplug it and plug it back in?
I did.
Hi, Danny.
Did you throw it out the window?
Not yet.
Right.
But I don't think that would help.
Also, I'm looking to buy a new monitor. If anyone has an extra one of the BBs,
Yeah, everyone's got one.
No, but I can give you suggestions.
I'm probably just going to go on Facebook Marketplace. Like, I don't need a good one. I just need one to be
Oh,
able to see.
Then get a
Zoom.
TV. Then get a TV.
That's seriously what my second monitor is.
Yeah.
It's an old flash screen. Like
Yep.
it's-
Hello,
That's your-
vegan one.
If you don't need it
15-inch.
for anything specific, get an old flat screen TV. They work great.
I'm just worried about the resolution on it for how low my GPU is, or low my GPU.
It should
Are
be
you
fine.
talking about low? Do we
Low,
want to
yeah,
talk
low.
about my potato?
Yeah.
But yeah, the apple
Apple bottom jeans.
Jeans.
Ooh, with the fur.
With the fur.
The whole club looking at her.
And you guys.
All right, that should be the last time you ever do that, Terry. That's
Or
no.
karaoke. I would do that. It's Friday
I
night.
love karaoke.
So if anybody's there Friday night, I think I'll find a karaoke bar in Murfreesboro. I'm looking it up right now, actually.
Oh, there's
We're gonna go watch-
plenty of karaoke in Nashville and Murfreesboro.
It's so good. It's so good. So good.
Blue Box Con, let's go! Unless you're in Canada, where you can't go.
It's the anime Demon Slayer or
Karaoke,
not gonna try.
yes. Yes, E-cars.
Karaoke.
Karaoke is where it's at.
Gosh.
There it is.
He has to do Bust a
No,
Move.
Annie,
Yeah, Bust a Move. You know my
Required.
song.
I know
Yes.
the song. I've been karaoke
right.
you enough
So-
now.
These are the 10 best karaoke places near Murfreesboro. Hearty Fowl,
Okay, I know where that is.
Pisco Peruvian Cuisine,
Don't know about that.
MJ
Oh, let's
Sports
do that
Bar
one.
and Grill. YSB UYE karaoke like a star. Wait a minute, there's an actual like straight up Santa's Pub. I'm gonna go.
Santa's
there.
Pub is
Oh.
the best.
Is it?
It is the best. It's where all the actors go because nobody else like. It's like the chill place to go.
All right.
Then never
Yeah,
mind,
it's
not there.
awesome.
I hate it.
Wanna-
Well,
Wannabees.
they're not going there right now.
Wannabees karaoke bar.
Be warned,
one
put
of
your
these
clothes
sounds
back
more
on.
like where
You
the
could be
actors are.
seen.
The EXO Lounge. Wild Beaver
Right.
Saloon. I
Hey.
want to go there just for the name.
Wild Beaver Saloon.
All right, everybody. So we're gonna play some D&D tonight. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And thanks everybody for joining us
Good.
and being
we
on
doing
time. We're getting started a few minutes late here, but it's just because
You?
we are prepping and ready to play some D&D and making sure we have the best D&D on Twitch ready for all of our fans tonight. I appreciate all that have joined us tonight. Good to see you on our chat. And remember, when you're part of the Mad Chatters, you are part of the most elite group of D&D Twitch chat in all of Twitchland. I do want to give some shout outs tonight. We're going to talk about each of our players, what happened last time, a couple of sponsor words, what's happening tomorrow night. But before any of that, I want to talk about Josh. And I told him this before the stream and in Discord, but if you're not checking out what's going on over at NPC Voices, the Children of Dirt last night, amazing DMing, amazing players, cosplay, which I don't know that I'll ever do here necessarily. I don't dislike it. I just don't really think, I mean, I pulled a hood up, put some glasses on, maybe I've had somebody, Evelyn, your husband used to come in with a wizard's cap in one of our streams, or one of our games rather. But the way they did it last night was so good. So Josh, let me start off tonight. Tell everybody about your channel, Children of Dirt, NPC Voices. Give them all the creds and everything else so they can know, and just talk about what's going on with your stream. Because last night was all theater of mind. And I think that was because it was an extension of, where you were before. You thought it would be finished a week ago, I think you said. And I think next week you're going to have more featuring of Tailspire and other things. So just go ahead.
Yeah, so I was hoping to use Tailspire this past week, but because the party split, it would have made things very treacherous to try and work through a Tailspire. But Children of Dirt, it is the first campaign I've ever streamed. I've run multiple campaigns, but this is the first one I've ever streamed. This one is about when the weave has broken. So when that of magic, that's easily accessible magic, is gone. And so any magic cast is usually at a price and a little bit more dangerous and more volatile. And so if you're thinking about this campaign, if you play video games or watch anything, think of The Witcher mixed with Vikings, mixed with Dark Souls. This is meant to be D&D on hard mode. So instead of gaining your health back every night, you gain it back after a week because you've just got to rest, you've got to bandage up your wounds and all that. It is a hardcore game, as well as, I didn't talk about this last night, but my players don't pick their class. My players get their class through their roleplay and through their training. And so they might be able to become some sort of warlock through an interaction with a dragon or with some infernal being and whatnot. It's a ton of fun. Some of the best role players I know, not including this wonderful group of goofs, but it's a ton of fun. Come check it out on twitch.tv/NPCVoices. It's 7:30 p.m. Eastern every Monday.
Yeah, great stream, and yes, the players are way better than, as good as the DM, and it's so much fun when you watch them. And I love the grittiness of the. So you just said something. I didn't realize this because I've played 5e, but all the 5e I've played has been a one shot. I've played 3 one-shots in 5e. When you do a long rest, you don't get a full heal in 5e, do you?
Full heal, all your abilities back.
Every time you.
Yeah,
Well,
which is
abilities-
one of the
It's not
things-
fun.
Yeah, it's one of the things I don't like. as a
Abilities
DM.
is
Not a fan.
Okay, yeah. So abilities is consistent pretty much with all editions. Like spells, you can memorize. Clerics
It's
get
just
their
hit points.
but you get all your hit points back every time you. Does that vary
long
based
rest.
on whether you're sleeping in a tavern or a cavern?
Doesn't matter.
Just a long rest.
Wow. Yeah, that
Or
sucks.
at the bottom
And,
of the ocean.
and you can use hit dice during short rest to roll back hit points as well. It's like to heal up a little bit. You can't fully heal up, but you can get some healing.
I did
during
not
short
know
rest
that.
as
So
well.
like that would really emphasize the point that I've made on several LMAs, Evelyn, that you know, I don't want it to be a CRPG, and that feels very CRPG like. You know, you're, you know, click rest and suddenly you got all your hit points back. Hello, Robert. Thank you so much for the resub. Robert is now subbing for a full year. All right, let's go through quickly. Let's talk about what happened last time. For our sponsors, we'll just do a quick walkthrough. And in fact, I always talk about our sponsors. People are probably tired of hearing me talk about them. I'm going to put Evelyn on the spot. Evelyn, tell everybody about our sponsors.
Well, first of all, and I'm going to have to type this as I talk about this, we have Frederica Draw. She does all of our amazing artwork for our characters and some of our other creatures, as well as the Heroes of Sandpoint statue. She did all of those pieces of art. We have Troller Games. They are one of our newer sponsors. They created Castles and Crusades, among other really awesome things, but we do Friday Night Crusades in our Discord, and they created that, and they're awesome. Also, we have Mantic Games, creators of Terrain Crate. They make lots of minis and terrain, and it's great, and we sometimes give away the terrain pieces and various kits that they have, and they're awesome and they're great quality, and you should check them out. Also, Mike Disney, he does incredible art. He designed the Overgourd, which is one of the coolest beholders I have ever seen in my life. But he does streams constantly over on his channel, Art of Mike Disney, on Twitch. Check him out. He does those in the mornings, and they're awesome. Also, we have Cozy Gamer. She makes incredible dice. They roll like magic, and they're beautiful and sparkly, and some of them are not sparkly, but they're still beautiful, and so she makes the dice. And finally, and last but not least, we have Ferox Fabrications. They make really incredible tools for your mini painting, including wet palettes, brush storage containers. They also make mini holders for painting on, so you don't paint your fingers different colors. And they make incredible DM screens, and they're making all sorts of cool things. So go check out their Etsy and spend some money and help support the people that help support us.
Well done. Bravo, bravo. All right, let's go through each of the player introductions. We'll go through what happens last time, and we'll get straight to the gaming. So tonight, we've already done the shout-outs for socials on Brim, Josh, so just give us your character description, Josh, and anything else you want us to know about Brim. Then we're going to go around to Terry. Terry, you can give us all of your shout-outs, including your World of Warcraft stuff. Then we'll go to Rory. Rory, I think you're kind of on a break with your podcast, although you and I need to still talk. I'm going to get that stuff switched over so you can do what we're talking about. Then we'll go to Vivi and then back to Evelyn. So go ahead, Josh.
Hi, my name's Brimstone. I'm a half-ogre fighter of the BAMF class. I'm 7.5 feet tall, still growing. And a 6th level fighter, if I haven't said that. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Terry.
Oh, hi, I'm Rin Autumncrest, a level 5 cleric, originally from Fishtown, but most recently from Heartbeat. I'm half elf. Father was an elf. Mom was a human. Is a human, actually. They're both still alive, doing very well, still in Fishtown as far as I know. You can find me on Twitter, MachaKD. You can find me on Instagram, MachaKD, and the most recent, TikTok, MachaKD. It's ridiculous.
Rory.
Yeah, so my name is Gimbal. I'm all 3'1", level 7th illusionist, and I use spells in ways you don't see coming, and the shadows are no longer safe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And the only social I have, unlike Terry, the only social I have is MeWe. Just grow yourself at MeWe.
That's all you need. That's all you need. All right, tell us about it, Vivi.
My name is Lilith. Excuse me. My name is Lilith. She is a level 6 druid. from deep, deep, deep in the Vespes forest. Why she has left remains a mystery. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't. Also full of secrets, her pockets. Yes, she has, crazy hair. She likes to be dirty. She likes to be uncomfortably close to people, and just give out random teeth for no reason. I don't really. Oh, my socials are at the DM's Quest on Instagram. That's where you'll find me. I do painting, train building. I help judge a monthly train building competition if that's something you're interested in, and that's about it.
Thank you so much. And by the way, I'm holding up here one of the Wayward Bolt constructs. She did this. And so I have 2 giveaways tonight. This could be one of them. You could win the last, hang on, let me pull this off so it's easier to see here. The last of my giveaway Wayward Bolts, because I'm keeping one for myself, exactly. This could be a giveaway tonight, depending on how our viewers go. And by the way, we're already sitting over 50 viewers, so it's a fantastic start tonight. I do have a giveaway no matter what, which is sitting right here. Well, you want to see it? Not yet, you gotta wait. All right, go ahead, Evelyn.
Hello, I play Elandra Tavain. She is a level 5 half-elven ranger, and she is been traveling with her goodest boy, Phineas. He is a very large amber and gray wolf, and she likes to shoot arrows at people. It makes them sad, but it makes her really happy.
Apparently quite accurately from our last session as well. So, all right, with that, why don't you go ahead and give us what happened last time, and we'll jump right into the game tonight. And by the way, while you're talking, because I don't want to waste any more time, once you finish, we're going to jump right into it. Tomorrow night, you've got it up on the screen, we have an amazing Lore Masters Arcanum. It's an early one, starting at 5 o'clock Central Time. We normally start around 5:45, so we're starting early like we did 2 weeks ago. And we are joined again by some very heavyweight Tailspire folks. We have Dimongun John. He's a US-based developer of some of the most amazing board slabs content. We featured his work. I had a Zoom call with him this week. Super, super talented. You are not going to want to miss hearing him. We have also Istalri. I'm getting that pretty close. Charles from France. And Istalri is an amazing craftsman, builds things in Tailspire, works directly with Dimongun. They do all kinds of collaborative work. They've got PDF stuff that's in DM's Guild, on Tales Tavern, on Tales Bazaar, and then we're joined by Don, who runs Tales Tavern. So it's going to be a super all-star cast tomorrow night, and what we're doing is we're covering 3 areas. One, we're covering how to build in Tailspire, tips and tricks. I spent, like I said, an hour with these guys this week. They blew my mind on all kinds of things I did not know you could do in the tool. You are not going to want to miss that. Number 2, we're going to talk about DMing in Tailspire. How to use the different DM tools, cutscenes, blocks, DM blocks, environment blocks, many, many other elements that's going to be featured. And then lastly, we're going to talk about the community and the social stuff for sharing these things. Don's going to lead that conversation. So we got all kinds of folks that are helping us with this. It's going to be an amazing night. Tomorrow night, 5 o'clock Central Time. Do not miss this stream. All right, Evelyn, tell us what happened last time.
Okay, first though, I'm on social media. You can find me at Theater Evie, by the way, because I didn't get a chance to stick that in. But yes, that's where you can find me. Also, last time we started off. After having rested, everybody got their prayers in. There was a deep conversation about religion and free will, and Rin may have converted Cole to see the light of Palor. We don't know yet, but they at least had an in-depth conversation, and a conversation about how the very hardships that we face affect us and create us and bring us to the point we're at now. And that went by, and then we proceeded onward and found a set of stairs going upward, and large rock face. Elandra, Rin, and Lilith spotted a large winged creature of some sort, but it flew away, so they didn't get a closer look at that. They just know it was some sort of wingy thing. And then Rin started detecting magic and found a secret spot behind the stairs that led upward, which of course Gimbal and Rin had to go inspect with words of caution from Alondra to watch for traps because, you know, they want to be around places where there are a lot of treasure. But thankfully there was nothing back there dangerous, though they found lots of goodies and scooped up as much as they could and returned to the rest of the party. While this was happening, Grim and Lilith were reminiscing a bit, having a moment to themselves, and remembering how Millie would have been very excited about the secret treasure, and that Shorewin would have been constantly bemoaning the delay in progress that the party was currently, having. But they had that moment together. Brim is still feeling a little uncertain about his new role as the leader of the group.
Well said, yes.
And Lilith was kind of teasing him a bit, calling him Mr. Brim, as Rin does as well. The party then decided to proceed onward up the stairs and into these very large doors that were ahead. Rin actually tried to cast light to give them a way to see in the darkness of this new place that they were venturing into, but whatever magical effects were in this space kept extinguishing his light spell. But as they went, the lights flashed on and off and on and off as he cast more light spells. Lilith had the great idea to put a rope in between everybody, just in case they got separated in the dark. They would less likely wander off. So Launder passed her rope up towards everybody else. As the lights kept going on and off with the light spells, Gimbal actually began to notice some strange dark tendrils heading towards Brim's head, and so he shrunk Brim. And we had a tiny Brim, which led to him being very curious about what the plan was, but he actually started, once the party made it into a room where they could see a little better, Brim started, in his very small Brim voice, telling the party kind of which way that they should proceed onward, especially because he saw Father Aaron tied up, secured off to the side, and as the party moved forward, everyone save Alondra, who prefers to be far away from the action, crossed path, and there was a bit of lightning that happened, and a few people took a little bit of damage. Lilith was spared that damage. Some healing happened, and some other spells were cast, but Brim, when he was back to his full size, started proceeding towards trying to knock the supports for where some orcs were stationed in this area. The party did notice the other captives around the space, and Alondra sent an arrow flying at the magic caster who was up on a dais on the other end of the room. Her arrow flew true, supported by some possibly unknown means, but struck this caster with 2 nat 20s and an 84 on the percentile dice.
Typical Evelyn fashion, just blowing up the whole encounter with these incredible crits.
And that's where we ended last time. But we didn't find out what happened to the guy. We just know he was hit with an arrow.
Okay, so I didn't want to interrupt you, but well done as always. Bravo. So many thank yous. Terry, thank you. All the gift subs. Robert, amazing. Robert now has 25,000 bits badge that he has gained. Patrick, Canadian Ancient Gamer, so many gift subs. Robert again. All of you guys, we are on a level 5 hype train right now, 90% of the way to completing. I'm just blown away by the support of this community, and let's jump into it. The giveaway, lastly. So for sure, we're giving away this tonight. Giant Craft, Forgotten Realms Giant Craft. This is a 2E module, amazing stuff on all kinds of giant lore. This is a Lightning Source reprint. This is based on a 1985 book. This is from Patrick, Canadian Ancient Gamer, who is such a giver to this community. So this is being given away tonight. If we get past 90 viewers tonight, and we're already sitting at 56, I'm going to give away the last one of these I have to give away. I'm not giving away this one. This is mine. But hang on. But I'm going to give away an extra I have of the Wayward Bolt. You could get the last Wayward Bolt constructed by, wave your hand, Vivi. Constructed by the amazing Vivi. Okay. Let me remind you all of what you see before you. So you are in this cavern. It's a vast stone cavern, shimmering with blue and white bolts of lightning that come from this portal over to your left. They crackle against the walls. I already mentioned you saw these orcs when you first walked in. They seemed casual, lazy, scratching themselves in the privies and looking around and utterly distracted until you walked in. They did not notice you initially because of all the sound and noise that was made outside. They seemed to be distracted by what they heard on the outside looking toward the front. They did not hear you coming up the stairs. When you came in, you noticed to your right these columns of skulls, bleached white skulls, which you see on your screen now. And in fact, here I'll show you a direct view of what you saw, everyone. You saw this bridge of wood with ropes dangling it in suspension over a cavern, and Father Aaron strung there in chains, his head lolling to one side, drool dribbling out of his mouth, and these bleached skulls on either side, torchlight illuminating his pallid skin. And then you saw these orcs which covered each of the walls on either side. Let me go there. Whoops, not that one, not that one. This one right here. You saw orcs up on the walls. You saw one who had what looked like a staff. You saw two others on the far side where you walked in that had crossbows, and there's one here on the near side which also had a crossbow atop this area, palisade here, which is where Khal was moving. It was at this point, initiating with combat, where Brim resumed full size, and as Brim resumed full size, he began running over toward these columns. As he ran toward the columns, he moved his hands toward them, resumed full size, even as she let go of that arrow. The 20/20/84 crit was unresolved from last time, and so that's where we begin tonight. By the way, I summoned you all to the board. If you can join. If you cannot, I will move your minis forward.
If you come out of cutscene.
Momentarily getting there. Forgot to open.
Need to be invited to the board. Please.
I did.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I need to be invited. Yeah.
I summoned. I'll summon again.
Yes, this is Tailspire Jovial GM.
Exactly.
It's a pretty cool game.
You're welcome, Daza. Enjoy it and use those emotes.
All right. Brim, we're going to start with you. As you reach the column, you hear the groan of the Red Lord on the area behind, atop the dais, as Yolandra's arrow hits him square in the chest. I like doing that just to annoy you. Yolandra's arrow hits him square in the chest. What are you doing?
Well, after just getting rocked by that lightning bolt, I am going to try and continue my mission through and cleave through these columns at the bottom, not anywhere near the slaves, trying to make sure that I'm swinging in an arc that it's going to be able to knock out these columns or knock out these supports to hopefully send this orc toppling.
All right, so as well said, you have there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slaves in chains here. Let me pull up the lighting here. Whoops, too close. You have 5 slaves in chains here. You are standing here right beside the palisades. You have the orc atop here, another orc atop to the side here. So you can swing. Are you going to try to swing through all 3 of these at once, or what are you doing?
I was hoping to mainly get the one to his bottom right and bottom left.
All right, so that's still going to be too far for one swing.
Okay.
Now, I'll give you options. You could swing at one. If you had your arm reach, you could try to Samson between those two. That's not too far reach for both of your arms, but to like hack through this, have a sword follow through and hack through this side is not realistic.
Gotcha.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 supports here. These 2 are holding up the platform that this orc is on. So you can choose to hack one and hope that platform falls there, or you can choose to try to grab both of these. It's really your choice.
Yeah, let me try and go for the grab.
All right, so
Just full pull inward.
all right. As Brim approaches the wooden beams on opposite sides, even as Alandra's arrow hits with remarkable accuracy, you hear gurgling blood coming from the Red Lord. He starts to topple over the stone dais, muttering initially words gurgling in blood and indiscernible. As the bright red blood fountains from his mouth, the Red Lord, Brim grasps either side of the beams. As he grabs hold of it and he begins to pull on either side, you see enormous veins bursting out on his arms. As the erstwhile Red Lord falls to the ground, lightning arcs across the floor. Brim grabs them. As he does, you see the imp that I referenced earlier launches off of that platform and starts moving toward one of the pillars. All right, who did not go yet this round?
I believe it was Rin that was still left.
All right.
Yes, Rin's not gone this round.
Okay, so Rin was the only one that went that had not gone right. I say good. So
Yeah,
Rin.
because we lost the initiative last
Yes.
Yeah. John, do me a favor. Give me one more invite. I think it's working now.
Okay.
Me as well.
You think it's working, or you think
the
you're
place
working?
between board. Oh, there we go. Waiting for the
Yeah.
button.
There he is.
There we go.
There it is.
All right. All right. So, you see, as you are yanking on this, and Alandra, as you have let go of your arrow, you see there is Rin, and Rin, he leaps up and begins to scrabble against the rocks here. Rin, as he does so, or pardon me, Call. I'm talking about Call. Not
Okay,
Rin.
good, because I was confused.
Sorry. Call, not Rin.
That.
As Call leaps deftly atop the rocks, he's got a scythe in his left hand. He's got the other one clenched between his teeth. He keeps his right hand free. He wraps it around one of these pillars. Only his locks flow freely. And as he begins to scrabble up of this more gracefully than the robes would seem to indicate he could, he ascends the platform with remarkable dexterity. All right, Rin, go ahead.
All right. So Rin grasps his disc of Palor and begins to pray under his breath and casts Sanctuary on himself.
All right. As you do so, remind our viewers what that does for you.
Of course. Sanctuary, any opponent attempting to directly attack me, even with a targeted spell, must attempt a will save. If the save succeeds, the opponent can attack normally and is unaffected. If the save fails, the opponent can't follow through with the attack, and that part of the action is lost. And as long as I don't attack anyone, I stay in Sanctuary for 5 rounds.
All right. And with that, we go to initiative.
All right, and Josh was the last roll, so that would go to Terry, I believe.
Haha.
Terry forfeits it to go to.
Wait, no.
Wait. So
Let
wait.
him
So
roll initiative.
so
I almost never get to roll.
So-
I'm rolling.
as you're rolling, before you finish,
Okay.
one last thing you need to know. I mentioned this Red Lord. As he was struck by the arrow, he tumbles off, gurgling blood, at first indiscernible. Then, right before he plunges to this lightning-covered portal below, he gasps out words, burbling with wetness. Kill the priest! And he plunges into the lightning below.
You meant
Well.
Rin.
Good news is the priest. What'd you roll, John?
Well, I haven't rolled yet, but all right, I'll roll. I love these
John rolled the
assumptions.
1.
John rolled a 2.
Good, because Rin rolled a 5.
All right. So the party has initiative. So let's start out with Brim. Brim, as you lay hold upon these 2 pillars, I need you, sir. Roll d20. Add your strength bonus.
So I rolled last round, but if I hear this, would you allow me to try something?
Well, I mean, so last round you moved here.
Yes.
You made a decision. You got your arms. If you rolled last time, thank you. I will keep that roll if you would like. I would not like you to re-roll since I want to keep the other. But what do you want to do? Because you had already committed to this action.
So at first he was trying to play like, no, let's stay on the mission at hand. But if he hears they're about to try and kill Father Aaron, he's going to drop everything and just try and run in like or ogre shield his father.
Okay, so then
I know I don't have enough movement really to get there, but
no. But you can do that. So you want to let go of the pillars. You're no longer going to do that, and so you're going to turn and sprint toward the bridge. Correct?
Yes, as far as I can get towards Father Aaron.
All right. So you're going to sprint. So we'll give you a full 60 feet of motion.
I'm going to use my extra major extreme legendary fate point.
All right. Well, and that would get you essentially to him. So you're going to run toward him. Correct?
Yes.
All right, so we'll come and we'll resolve that in a second. Don't let me forget, because I will. But you begin sprinting toward it. All right, now, Elandra, you see this happen. You see him fall. Your bow is in your hands. You see Call sprinting up the side of this scaffolding. What are you doing?
Well, I would like to turn and see if I can see anybody that is within my range of arrow shooting, which is pretty far. It's like 100.
Yeah. So the one here is up above you, too awkward an angle. You cannot get him.
And I don't want to risk hitting Call in the truss.
Right. Exactly. But this one is probably the easiest. He's on the opposite side. Let me go back to the original view here. And I can actually, you know what? I'm not doing enough. I should lock your guys. So I'm locking you guys into this view now. All right. So you can see. So Elandra, you're here, right below. Let me pull this up. You're here, and you see this orc here.
Okay.
There's also one here, and there's the orc on this side. So I'm going to unlock your view now, and you can tell me what you want to do.
I want to let's see if I can see my distance from myself to where am I?
You're about 30 feet.
From the guy over.
I think that looks about right. Yeah, I think that looks about right. It's close enough. We don't have to measure everything, but I'll double check myself. Yeah, I mean like 37 feet. That's fine.
I'm gonna fire an arrow at him then, and I'm gonna use an advantage.
All right, roll to hit.
Okay. That's let's see, 28 to hit.
Oh yeah, it's an orc. Of course it's a hit.
Some of them wear armor.
Some of them do. Hey, Storm Power, Enoch, Daysar, I'm just enjoying. Hey, Greg, good to see you on tonight. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you for that level 5 hype train as well. I didn't shout everybody out enough for that, but we really appreciate it. All right, roll your damage.
5 points of damage from my arrow. And then there's stairs right below him, correct? Or right next to him?
To his left, yes.
So Phineas then with just a whistle out signal, Elandra's gonna send him to run up the stairs and attack that orc that you just fired the arrow at. And I know he's not gonna make it all the way this round.
So Phineas, he begins running, sprinting with remarkable speed, even as the lightning on one side gives his fur a strange limbing glow across one side. You see the peasants here that are chained together. They pull aside. They wish they could pull further. Their chain snaps taut. Phineas leaps over the top of the chain, gets to the stairs, and begins to ascend. And we're going to get him right there, snarling. And you know, anytime you play Phineas, I'm going to make you snarl with him. So show me what he sounds like. Bravo, bravo, bravo. All right, next, let's go to Lilith. What are you doing, Lilith?
So above me, behind, there is orcs there, you said? Sorry, on that scaffold?
Yeah, in fact, here, let me go back to an overhead view.
Okay.
And so you guys can all see this more clearly. All right, so here is the whole battle scene. Are you locked to my view now?
I do not have Tales About It open.
Oh, okay. All right, then look on Twitch. So you're here, and there is one right up to your left, but this one is the one where Call is scrabbling up the side of the platform. You have one here, which is the one that Lilith just hit, Alondra just hit with an arrow. You have another one here on this platform who is untouched, and you have the one here with a staff that sits atop. Oh, by the way, there's also the imp that sits atop the platform on the opposite side. What do you do?
I will attack the one that's untouched.
Okay, so all right, got him right here. All right, so you're going to shoot to the one. He's pretty much directly ahead of you as well, so that's a good shot for you. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Is he? Is he within 25 feet of me?
No, he's not. He's a good 40 feet from you.
I wouldn't be able. How much could I? Would I be able to move and then?
No. So what are you shooting? An arrow?
Oh,
or?
I'm just gonna summon a swarm.
All right, so with a spell casting.
Oh wait, 25 feet plus 5 feet per 2 levels.
Yeah, you should have
So
plenty of range to cast that. All right.
Yeah, I'll summon. I would like to summon bats.
You summon bats. Okay. All right. So as you summon bats, let me hear your summoning, Vivi.
How do I summon?
Just make it up. We're role playing. It doesn't matter.
That is a good question. Is it like chanting?
It could be chanting. You could just
Tell
speak.
us, Druid.
You could speak to the spirits of nature. Now, fortunately, I will allow this in here because typically summonings for a druid need to be outdoors. But I've already shown you there are big gaps in the walls here. There's holes in the ceiling, so there are places. This is not you're not inside a sealed house. So you can try to summon bats, and we'll make a roll. But yeah, tell me what that looks like.
Okay, so as Alyssa kind of looking around to kind of see what her surroundings looks like, kind of like you said, typically it should be outdoors. She looks around and she does see gaps, so she tries her best and kneels down to the ground and closes her eyes and puts her palm down to the floor of the cave and mutters to herself quietly as she kind of looks up to see if her bats will summon.
All right.
And so I'll roll with advantage.
Yeah, you go ahead and roll, please.
That's a whopping 4.
4 on yours.
Sorry?
So my roll was not that great, but yours was really bad.
Yes,
so
correct.
with 4 with advantage. All right. So
I rolled a 1 and a 4. So.
all right. So good. So you see 3 bats come through the cracks in the walls and start. They start fluttering around this orc, not damaging, but perhaps distracting,
Okay.
with your summoning.
As she kind of looks at these 3 bats, she's kind of like, oh, damn it.
All right. So we come back to Call now. Call, you see he leaps hand over hand. And suddenly he's at the top of this platform. As he reaches the top, let me drop him off his flight. As he reaches the top of the platform, there's a grunt of surprise from the orc nearby, and Call attacks. And that is a hit. That is a nat 20.
Nice.
And that is I need glasses, 15. Okay, that is a crit. So Call, as he leaps up, he pulls one side out of his mouth. He pulls the other one around. He swings both together. And let's roll percentile dice here on the ever mysterious Tim crit tables. We use devastating crit tables here at Blue Box. Thank you to all of our chatters. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I still didn't share that hype train. Thank you, everybody. All right. And all right, look, this is going to happen more and more often. I guess this comes with your 50th birthday, but
Whoa.
that is a 97.
Whoa.
That is a 97 for Call.
Oh my gosh. Is that Clark Kent?
Oh wait, yeah, let me try that. Here we go. That looks a lot better, right? Clark Kent, right? Okay, so 97.
Oh, John, you're back. Where did you go?
Oh, John's back. Okay.
That was weird.
So confused.
All right, so that is a 15 to the arm x3. So everybody can see what you do on these tables. If you haven't seen these before, you have a matrix here, and you find the spot on the matrix. So a 97, as an example, wrong side here, goes to a 15 to the arm. Automatic ×3, which is more familiar to you 5e players. That's typical sort of ×3 damage, but there's more to it. So now I'm on the slash table, because he's using, so there's slash, there's blunt weapons, there's arrows, there's energy damage, all kinds of tabs here that determine exactly what those are. And we go to slash, and even with arm, I'm pretty sure 15A. So arm is really a misnomer here. So I'll read the crit, and you'll pretty much know what's going to happen, but I'll describe it anyway. So it says, your weapon crashes into your opponent's shoulder, continuing the arc through his body until it exits through the opposite hip, falling into 2 places, dead before he hits the ground. Not exactly an arm crit, but close enough. So you see this call as he reaches the top. He pulls out these sides. One catches the shield of the orc. The opposite one comes through, catches him right in the shoulder, slices cleanly through like a hot knife through butter, splits him right down the middle, and comes up the opposite side. Now the scythe is not long enough to actually split him in 2, but it splits the front part of him in 2, so as he lolls backwards, his spine is still connected. It snaps, and arteries and blood spray out the top of his body, and that orc slumps to the ground. All right. He is done. Brim is sprinted. Lilith is cast. Rin, have you gone this round? No.
I have not. Neither
Okay.
has Gimbal.
I have not.
No. I forgot about Gimbal. Gimbal's been so quiet. All right, so go ahead, Rin first.
All right. I would like to. Can I get within 20 feet of Father?
Father Aaron, can you get what you can, but you would not get a full action. So you can see here, it's a good 18 feet to the bridge, and he's a good 15 feet beyond that. So if you sprint, you can get to him, but you will not be able to go that
I don't
distance.
need to get to him. I need to be within 20 feet of him. Can
Are
I
you
get
asking
within 20 feet and still have my action?
if your action is not it depends on what you're at. You can't move. In this case, to get 20 feet from him, you'd have to move about 30 feet. You can't move 30 feet and cast a spell.
Then I will just move 30 feet.
Okay, all right, so I already measured so you're arriving pretty much as you see Brim, and you're gonna get about halfway across the bridge here, and I'm gonna grab this shot and then lock it in, so you can see yourself here. You are on the bridge, Brim is here approaching the bridge, and Father Aaron is here, and I'm gonna unlock that again for you. Now we go to Gimbal. Gimbal, what are you doing?
First, I don't have a mini.
That's why you're not being summoned, and that's why I forgot you. Okay, so let me add you real quick here.
Don't worry, we didn't forget you,
We didn't
Gimbal.
forget
Just the DM.
Just the DM.
You are very memorable. Maybe not to all, but to most.
All right, so everybody can watch this live. All you do is you add the mini, and then you go to the GM tools, and you give player permission, and Selfie Skylar right there. Now, I'm gonna head off of that. I might need to summon you again just to check. All right, and there is Gimbal. All right.
Gimbal cast tickle feet.
All right, so Gimbal, what are you doing?
I can't control him though.
You should be able to. Let me double check. Player
Not if you've
permission.
locked him. If you've locked him, we can't do it.
Yeah, you can't. We're locked.
If I've locked, well, I've not locked anything. What are you talking about? I'm sorry.
I'm
in
locked.
cinema
Like I
mode.
can't.
I can't
I can't
move.
move my guy.
I'm unlocked.
Yeah, I can. I'm not.
Did you hit apply to board?
Hang on here. With unlock, I don't typically have to apply to board, do I?
I don't know.
Let me try it. That's a good idea, though. Let me try it, Josh.
I mean, I've tried to pick up Alondra a couple times, but
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I haven't.
I can't even right click and do my little spinny thing.
okay, so
What kind of pickup lines did you use on Alondra?
okay.
That's
well,
a good question.
What kind of pickup line?
Not a
Hey,
practice.
By the way, I want to tell all of our viewers, thank you for being with us tonight. Do not judge what's happening here. This is an incredible tool with incredible role players. We're still in beta, and Tailspire is fantastic. It's only getting better, but they acknowledge we're in beta. There are going to be glitches. Just work through this with us as we will work through it, but we appreciate all your support. All right, so it looks like everything is open. So let me click another lock and unlock it. Now can you guys do it?
Nope.
All right, and I've applied the game board. Let me try one more time.
Brim's not letting me touch him.
Yeah, I can't.
Like I've tried.
Well,
I've been touching Rin this whole time. I even said, Rin, can I touch you? And he's like, no, I'm good.
Okay, how about now? Try now.
There we
Yes,
go.
I can.
Ah, so
Now I can wiggle.
now let me go back. Now can you do it?
No.
Now are you
Now I
cut off
can't.
again?
Now I can't.
Oh, okay. So even if I
Yes.
don't apply lock on a, this is good. So we're learning here. Even if I don't apply lock on a scene, if I move to cutscene mode, it automatically freezes your views. I did not realize it did that, so this is me learning all the time. Okay, so you can move your minis, but you see here, we have Rin running across the bridge, we have Brim getting to the edge of the bridge, and now we're coming to Gimbal. Gimbal, what are you doing?
Weakness. So, because of the way the camera works in Tailspire, I can't actually look up. But I can see the imp up top, right? The winged creature.
So first of all, that's not accurate, but we can do that after. You should be able to look up. But yes, you can see the winged creature. In fact, here, if it'll help you, I'm gonna get a good angle for you real quick so you can see this better. And look, this is no different than minis. When you work with minis in terrain, you have difficulty for players to be able to see things. So I have this same issue there. All right, so cutscene mode. And now, are you seeing what I'm seeing, or are you just locked?
I'm just locked.
Okay, so I'm going to grab that shot, and now you should be seeing what I'm
There
seeing.
we go.
All right, so it locks you automatically if you go to cutscene, but you have to like lock the specific scene. So it's the first time we've done this. All right, so you're here, Gimbal. You can see the lights.
Yes.
Here is the coruscating lightning moving across the altar. Here is where the Red Lord just fell in right before uttering those final words, "Kill the priest!" Here is this leathery imp atop the altar who has started to float. Looks like he's moving toward these pillars.
Well, isn't that not what I wanted? Okay.
I'm going to unlock that so you can all move again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could get that high view. I could do that. I was just trying to stay right next to Gimbal.
So wait, I'm sorry, what are you trying to do?
Oh no, I was just trying to figure out the camera. But the orc.
Hey, Art Hard, Drow 007, Johnny D. Fox, Pat, thank you so much. By the way, Pat, I've got so much love for you. Thank you for supporting not only me, but all the support you gave to Josh last night on Children of Dirt. That was awesome. And we haven't seen Johnny. Yes, John Cast confused the party. I love that. That's nice, Brim. Well done. All right, go ahead, Gimbal.
Whoa. So the. Oh, man. I was hoping the imp was still.
No, he's moving. He's moving toward. He's moved off the altar. This was his action this round, and he's moving toward these pillars. So he's really close to the top of the portal that the priest or the Red Lord fell through.
The ledge where this orc is up at the highest one up there?
The one that looks like a mage?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
Does it look like that's a very big space up there? Can I tell from where I'm at?
No, I mean, it's a pretty small space. It looks like he's got maybe 5 feet to either side, and he's right on the precipice of that ledge.
Oh, I should probably save this, but Gimbal will. I'll quickly open up my sack and reach my hand into the darkness of my sack, clenching an item in there, pulling my hand out, and taking my thumb and my pinky and almost like connecting the darkness as I look up towards that particular orc and say, as the shadows of the night blend and mine becomes yours, I shall stand in your presence. And he will cast Shadow Step, using the shadows to appear right next to him.
Okay, that's risky, my friend. All right, so let's see. Brim, you don't see this because you are sprinting toward Father Aaron. You definitely don't see this Rin, so neither of the inns see it. Of course, Call, he's atop, yeah, he would see this atop the dais, but definitely both Elandra, man, your robes are so dark, it's hard to see, Elandra. Both Elandra and...
Point. I'm like the knight.
Yes. Both Elandra and Lilith see this clearly, and suddenly stepping into shadow. Look at Rory! Look at him go! Boom! Rory appears right beside the orc mage, even as he has his staff up in one hand with crackling energy atop the staff.
Now, if I may, do a quick action.
Tell me what it is and I'll tell you if you can do it.
So when he reached into the darkness of the pouch, he pulled out the Drunken Tree. And I want to take that and slam it against the wall directly behind him as I stand like off to the side, taking one arm and slamming it behind him so that it thrusts forward as it expands.
All right. So here's what's going to happen this round, because you have to cast the spell. A spell is a full round action. And this is not D&D, you know, the bonus actions and all that, or probably 5e, not 5e. It's D&D, not 5e. So you don't have the bonus act, but you didn't move at all, right? So this was stationary. You cast the spell. So I'm going to let you pull the tree out. You have the tree in your hand. It's thrusting. So next round, if you wish to, you can punch it in the wall, and you'll still have the opportunity to do something else in more or less full action if you want to, but you're not going to get all that done in one round. Okay.
Just to make sure I communicated that right, when he reached into the pouch before he cast the spell, he pulled it out. So it was already pulled.
Okay, so I think that's kind of 6 of one, half does the other, right? So you're reaching in the pouch, you open the pouch, you pull that out, then you cast a spell. That's like a spell is basically a full round action.
Yep.
I give you 10 feet of movement. I could move 10 feet in half a second. So the time it takes to reach into a pouch and pull that out. So you're going to pull that out. You've got it in your hand. It's the same thing as if you had not pulled it out.
Okay.
You would cast a spell, then pull that out afterwards. So you're atop the platform here, or the stone actually here. You've got this diminutive tree in one hand, and now who has not gone yet this round in the party?
I think everybody has.
Everybody has, right? All right.
Call has not gone.
No, Call.
No, Call did.
Okay.
Call had the crit.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright,
your
yeah.
It was
boyfriend.
crit-tabulous.
Your boyfriend is hurt. So I'm going to pull this up here, Vivi, just so you know. This is the look of sadness upon Call's face. You have not recognized the glory of what he did. All right, so we come back to the orcs now.
Rin recognizes the glory of that hair.
All right. So as this orc atop the platform, he had seen Brim approaching it, but he ignores Brim at the words of the Red Lord as he fell. This crossbow aimed at Father Aaron.
And misses.
And
Misses.
Misses.
stop cursing me. That's a 5 on the die. Even a stationary target. You can see this is a tough shot. As he lets loose of the crossbow, it slams into the stone column of skulls. A jawbone shatters off of one of the skulls. White powder falls everywhere. Father Aaron groans, realizing his life just flashed before his eyes. But this one is dead that stood here by Call. There remains one more orc with a crossbow here, and he has also turned toward Father Aaron. As he does so, he lets go of the bolt. Father Aaron's head lolling weakly to the side.
And he misses.
And that's a hit. Thunk! It strikes him.
I disagree.
Dead in the chest. Boom! Right in the middle. You hear a loud crack as the bolt penetrates his sternum. Blood starts spurting out of his mouth. And now we go to the mage. The mage that sits atop the platform. Even as he sees Gimbal appear right next to him, he had a spell prepared. He turns toward Gimbal. I'm going to make him make a concentration check. Now, I don't think I have any advantages or disadvantages tonight, so I'm going to roll this up straight.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. You
got a
have
few.
advantages.
Oh, thank you. I missed it.
I hate being honest.
I have not been as good with the chat tonight. I'm so sorry. Obsidian Risk.
You got 3 earlier
From Hagar the Horrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the D&D, yes, I said this is not D&D. I literally meant this is not 5e. Sorry, guys, I blew up the chat with that comment. So I do have advantage. All right. So he's going to make his concentration check with advantage because he's stunned. You know, all of a sudden, he's casting a spell, and Gimbal appears right next to him with something in his hand.
And we know the gnome father can be scary, so.
I mean, you guys, it's a 5. It's this one. What that one rolled 5 and a 3.
Yes. Well done, John.
Okay. He turns. He's stunned as he sees Gimbal there. He drops the spell, brings the staff around. Clearly, whatever he was going to do was ranged, and now he sees the threat of Gimbal right next to him. He pulls the staff around to strike at Gimbal. That leaves the imp.
Oh, question.
Yes.
DM, you already missed the shot anyway, but that one with the crossbow that I had the little bats around, should he have had disadvantage from that?
Yes, actually he should. You're right. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Okay.
Now it didn't
I only
matter
have
because
3,
he
but-
missed. But your little bats are still flitting around his head. There's only 2 or 3 of them. They're not that deadly, but they are distracting. They're little leathery wings right in front of his eyes and like nipping at his ears. So it's definitely he's at disadvantage for the rest of the combat, or unless he kills your bats. The imp, he leaps forward. And you see he grabs hold of the ball on top of this pillar right here. So guess I have to grab shots and lock you each time I do this, but that's okay, I can do that. So you see him here, right? You guys seeing that?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so the imp, as he flies off, he reaches down, he grabs a ball on the top of that pillar, and he lifts it off the pillar. We go to initiative.
Okay.
Oh, Timmy.
Come on, Cozy Gamer, be my babe tonight. What'd you get, John?
So do I have to tell you first? I'll tell you what, here's what I'm going to do.
I have my fingers up right next to my camera, so as soon as you go,
All right, well, I'll tell you what, so I don't use these often, but I like every once in a while. I'm going to use the dice here on Tailspire. I'm going to roll it in front of everybody.
Ready.
Finger?
I rolled a 1!
Oh my god, I rolled a 2. No way, you really rolled a 1?
He did.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
1.
God, I
It
thought
popped
I'd
up on
lost
the
that
screen. Okay, you have initiative. Let me go to Gimbal first, because Gimbal is like face to face with a combatant. So, Gimbal, what do you do?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. So with my back to the, as I appeared next to him in the shadow, tongue-tied, appeared in the shadows next to him. I am back to the wall as I take one hand with the roots to the wall, right behind his back, and slam it against the ground or against the wall.
All right, so I know what's happening here, but I need you to tell our viewers, because we may have confusion. In fact, let me stop the music here. And by the way, I want to acknowledge the chat again. Thank you so much. All kinds of good stuff coming in. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the fight. Pat draws. I'm going to show some of your artwork right after the break. Everybody needs to type in the chat. The first giveaway is our giant craft from a Canadian Ancient Gamer. And so for this, you need to type !giants in the chat. !giants, that's plural, Giants, in the chat, and you have a chance to win this giant craft. We may also have a second giveaway tonight of the last of our Wayward Bolt custom crafted totems by Vivi, if our viewership keeps growing the way it is already. So, tell our viewers, very nice, thank you. Everybody's showing off your Wayward Bolt. Tell our viewers what's happening here, Rory.
Yeah, so Gimbal likes to use things in different ways than normal, especially his spells.
Normal.
So before we came in here, Gimbal bit the hand of Brim out of some childhood-like excitement, and instead of doing what Brim thought, he shrunk a tree. And then instead of doing what all the viewers thought, he put it in his pocket. And now he's got this tree, and he's been waiting for opportune time to use it. So he cast Shadow Step, appeared next to this orc. He's gonna hit this small, like miniature-sized tree against the wall, because when a shrunken item is hit, it fully expands immediately, and it's beautiful. Every single time.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
And as he hits the tree, I have to make sure to include this. As he hits the tree, roots facing the wall, hits it against the wall, he's going to call out to that orc and say, it's time to branch out and leave your evil ways.
That's, you got to be careful with that word. That could set the mad chatters off. It's time to branch out and leave your ways. Okay, as you do this, let's go ahead and pop this up. All of you below see this massive tree suddenly appears right where Gimbal has let it go. It crushes into the rock. You see the rock bursts asunder, and Gimbal, you're smart enough. You angled it so the rock like slams and doesn't come back towards you. So it bursts against that rock. As you see it slam into the wall, there's a huge burst as it hits the rock wall. Suddenly, stone flying in all directions, a haze of dust. You hear the orc mage right next to you. And we will go to break. So everybody, !giants. We'll see what happened to the orc. We'll see what happens to Gimbal. We're going to be done tonight at 7:30. We got to be done sharp at 7:30 tonight. One of our players has an obligation, so we want to make sure we get through all of this. But thank you, all of you who have joined us. Thank you for the great mad chats. Thank you for all the cheers. Thank you for the hype train. Thank you for the great role play. And don't forget, tomorrow night we have this amazing event happening, if you weren't here earlier, with 3 Tailspire crafters. Illustré Charles from France. We have Demon Gund, John here from the U.S., and we also have Don of Tales Tavern with us tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. You do not want to miss this. And I've got to look back at the chat because my players are acting really weird.
What else is new? What? We're acting weird? Never. Us? Never.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The jury is still out on that. No lie, that is true. The jury is still out.
Your pets are weird.
Hey, I also want to thank, real quick before I go to, and I'll say this again at the end of the stream, but I want to thank everybody that's on right now. We got several of you that are coming to BlueBoxCon this weekend, and you can't imagine how mind-blowing it is to me that for my 50th birthday, I have people coming from as far west as California, as far east as New York, to fly in here to Middle Tennessee and spend the weekend with me. It means the world to me. My heart is bursting with joy. I'm going to start crying if I keep talking, so we're going to go to break. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Type !giants in the chat. Blue Box will be right back.
What about a Spark Orange's mission? Michigan. Come on.
Hey, Minnesota's further.
Except for
Nobody
Canada. It
lives
stops
in
at Canada.
Minnesota.
Virginia's pretty
coming.
far.
The U.S. is more latitudinal than longitudinal, so I've got to celebrate the east to west.
I was latitudinal. I got nothing actually.
Yeah, I was interested to see where that was going.
Where do you go with that exactly?
Bro, you got some sick latitudes.
I've been longitudinal.
I've been
my
working
whole
on my
life.
latitudes, dude. It's just flies. That's all you need. Builds the delts and the latitudes.
No, the platitudes.
No, you're full of platitudes. You're a teacher, so you have to always offer platitudes.
No, I fail all my students. It's fine.
I'm full of platitude.
I don't.
I'm gonna open up this dragon now.
Oh wait, save it for the unboxing. We'll do it right after we come back on live. People can watch you. That'd be fun.
Look at that. I love blue dragons so much. Gosh.
But
There's
lest
a small
I
person with you.
lest I be accused of innuendo, I'm not going to say. Stay tuned after the break to watch Josh
Yes, we
unleash
keep
his
our mics
dragon.
hot during our break so that we
We've-
can talk
we've-
through the chat.
Yeah, we
we've
always
been
leave our
hot
mics
our
hot.
whole life.
Oh wait. Actually, hold on. I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back.
Have you seen my-
I forgot something very important. I wanted to do this before we went. See, don't sleep on us. You leave on the break, you might miss something. We have one question for you. I see lots of people who are following today in the chat. You might be new viewers to the stream, but if you're following and you haven't subbed, or if you're watching tonight and you haven't followed, or especially if you're a sub whose sub expired and you haven't resubbed, we have one question for you. What are you doing? Give us a follow, give us a sub. Blue Box, we'll be right back. Hello, Kayla.
Real blue box.
Hey, Sep Ranger Harley. Good to see all of you. I'm sorry if I missed you earlier. I'm just busy DMing, that's all.
Yeah, that's all.
And I'm gonna
I
turn.
finished the stream last night and I was zonked.
Oh, dude,
I
that's
was
the
so
life of a
tired.
DM, brother. I know. Like we can have a DM support group. I'm gonna turn off my mic before I water the plants, though. Okay?
Please do.
Be safe.
Oh man, there goes all
Or
the
should
fun.
I say be safe?
I'm done.
So, Terry, I'm really confused by this black and white GIF you sent.
Which one? You don't know what that's from?
I don't know what that's from.
That's Alanis
Well, I know
Morissette.
you would know. It's Alanis Morissette.
It's
I
this
got one hand in my pocket, and the other one giving
Okay.
a peace sign.
I know the song. I had no
That's the
idea.
music
Yes,
video.
music video for that.
I didn't know.
Oh my gosh, MTV?
Yeah,
Pretty
that
down.
died like 30 years ago.
Yeah, Rory.
Yeah, but
that's
I
the
was
music
alive
video.
back then.
Yeah, so was I, barely.
Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna know.
Yeah, I
you.
wasn't around.
Damn.
Yeah.
It hurts me on the inside. Oh.
Yeah, I remember MTV, and then a few years later it became a joke. Like, so you know, because I'm 34.
Jeez, everyone is so young.
I'm 23.
I'm just gonna hold on to my
Me
dice
12.
tray.
Yeah, I'm big 12.
It's fine. No, I remember back in the 80s.
Wait, you were
Shut
alive
it.
in the 80s?
Shut it.
Yes, so was I. So
Oh
was
my
Rory.
gosh.
86.
So was
that-
everybody
yeah.
except for you, Josh.
But
Yeah,
no,
but-
wait, no,
but
but
Vivi-
Terry remembers the 80s. That's
yeah,
the
Evelyn,
difference.
you can't really count us because I remember.
It's like me
80s.
I
saying-
remember parts of the 80s.
Yeah,
Older
the
than
crayons
you.
were great.
Oh.
All right, Mad Chatters. I'm gonna have a support group at Blue Box Con for all the people who remember MTV when it was music television.
That was nice.
It
Was that
was
just
actually
in the 80s or was that in the 90s too?
No,
There's
it
a little
really-
bit in the 90s.
a little bit, but it started to go downhill in the 90s.
Yeah, that's why I only remember because I was born in '86. So then a few years later, like mid '90s, it's like
Yeah.
MTV was shot after that.
So 86, I was 8. I remember the Challenger explosion was that year.
You're
Yeah,
not
no,
that
that
much older than me.
no, I'm not that much, but those early years, 0 and 8 years old, that is a big difference at that age. It's not a big difference now, but back then it is. Like, I don't remember the 70s, but I was born in 78. So
Yeah.
I do remember record players. I mean, I remember my television had a turning knob
Uh-huh.
to change channels.
Yep.
I
And
remember-
the antennas.
I remember my first corded remote control.
Oh, that I never had.
Oh yeah, we had a corded one, so it was corded to the box.
Is that how
Oh,
you
yeah.
recorded things?
No, to change channels.
Mm-hmm.
I want to stab you in the kidney. I look
Thank
forward
you.
to that.
There we
this
go.
I didn't know. I honestly, I thought it went from the knob, right? I had that. We had that,
Yep.
like the
Yep.
3-channel knob.
Oh no, there was corded remotes.
And then I remember remotes, but I have never seen a corded.
So when I was
Yep,
growing
I had a
up
rotary phone growing up.
in the
Yeah,
early
yeah.
years, our television was a piece of furniture. It
Yeah.
wasn't a
Oh,
TV.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it was made of wood,
Mhm,
and it
mhm.
was polished. And
Mhm.
oh no, I remember the good old
Those
days.
TVs are heavy.
Yes.
Yeah, they were a piece of furniture.
And my biological father had a one of those chests, like day chests, that had a flip top with the record player stereo on the inside.
Yep.
Some people will remember these, some people won't. But you flipped it up, you had your record player, your tape deck, and everything. Oh man, yeah, no. And we did something called go outside during the summer, which I find children don't do quite as often these days.
When you say outside, do you mean like playing
Where the
video
sun is.
games?
No,
Oh,
this-
yeah. They're
Yeah, there's a sun in
video
games.
games. Yeah, they have a sun, but do you mean like outdoor there, Minecraft?
No,
Do you mean,
like actual.
New Horizon.
So funny story, right? I was this morning. This morning, I decided to download an emulator and NES and
Oh,
Atari
yeah.
ROMs for my computer because my son's Xbox One controllers can connect. And I'm like, oh man, this
That's
takes me
dope.
back to the day. And I was playing Super Mario Brothers, and I'm like, oh man, back when video games were simple and fun, and you couldn't beat anything because you had no idea what you were doing.
Yep.
Did you ever play Chrono Trigger?
At the arcade, but not on a system.
That was my favorite
Yeah,
NES game. I
L-Hawk,
played a lot of
Oh,
Mario and all
Soldier
those
Boy.
games, but that was my favorite.
No, my game, like Skate or Die, was the game that me and my cousins played. Like, it's a terrible game.
Was that like a Paperboy skate?
No, it's a skateboard game. So it had like a half ramp and high jump and all those things.
Was that the Tony Hawk one or before that?
No. It was called Skate or Die. It was way.
Wow.
This is like one of the
way
early
before
games.
Tony Hawk.
I remember playing one of the first like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. Those were
Heck yeah.
fun.
So that's one of the ROMs I
Those were
downloaded and started
fun.
playing. I was Raphael. I was using my little saws.
That was my favorite arcade game.
Oh, Tecmo Super Bowl. Hager the Horrible is right. That was the game.
Tecmo
Everybody
Super
played
Bowl
it, and
was
everybody was Bo Jackson.
incredible.
What'd you say, John?
I said Tecmo Super Bowl was incredible. That was
Yes.
that was the game, for sure.
Yeah. Paperboy was good. I mean, these are all like Contra. I mean, Contra is. Oh, everybody knows you can use the Contra code on your Alexa, right?
No, I don't
Yes.
have an Alexa
Yes.
though either.
So if you have an Alexa, say out the Contra code. It's awesome.
What's a Contra code?
Up,
Okay,
down,
I'm
down,
done.
left, right, AB, start, select.
No. BA.
Oh, my bestie.
Don't worry, it's okay. Pitfall was awesome. I love Pitfall. Oh
That was one of my
gosh,
favorite
yes. Oh, and
games.
of course, Centipede, right?
Joust, Defender.
Oh, Joust was good.
Joust was amazing.
Yeah.
As Terry activates all the Alexas.
Alexa,
We are ready,
buy me a
Master
pizza.
Terry.
All right, I'm gonna stop worrying about trying to
I
get
like
this
doing Alexa, play Baby Shark.
Baby
So-
shark,
Shark,
doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, baby shark,
shark.
doo-doo-doo.
We couldn't use Alexa here because my son's name is Alex, and it was too close, so we have Echo instead.
Also, I love that look on Evelyn's face because you tell you have a child of that age. Because as soon as you hear it, you're like, oh god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But she figured out how to ask for it.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
We'll be right back, everybody. We're just working on some stuff here before we get back from break. And thank you, all of our players. Great job. Keep talking.
So there's another Atari game, which was the tanks one where you could control tanks. It's like
They shoot
very
each other?
sim-
Oh,
Yeah,
tanks were the
yeah.
best.
The 3D one. That's
No,
like
Yes.
stop
multi-
talking. Stop talking, Josh.
Like the simplicity of those games was what was nice though.
That's exactly it. So I started playing Zelda this morning, right? And that took me back, right? Man, like the original Zelda, you're like,
Yeah, the
Oh my
3D
God.
version.
I
Hang
want
on,
to
let me
throw
get
things
something.
at you.
It's dangerous. Don't go in.
And I don't have anything to throw at you. You guys are going
I've
to get
actually
muted.
never played Zelda.
Alexa, play Baby Shark.
That's for all the listeners.
No, don't do that to them. All right, here we go. We're back.
My niece and nephew learned how to add my
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, yes, those are awesome. All right, welcome back, everybody. Blue Box here. We're coming down the home stretch. We got about an hour left to go here. We got at least one giveaway, which is this giant craft. I don't care what edition you play. This is an incredible book. Thank you, Canadian Ancient Gamer. It's from '85, but it's adaptable to any edition. It's a fantastic book. So you type !giants, plural, in the chat, and then depending on how we do here in the back half of the stream, we may have a second giveaway, which I talked about. Now, we're looking at the incredible artwork of Pat Draws, and we have a lot of great supporters of our channel. If I start naming them, I will fail. There are so many of you that do so much, and I want you each to know I am grateful to all of you. But I do want to shout out this artistic talent that Pat Draws drops on us every single time, and then he did this in our Discord last night while Josh was streaming The Children of Dirt. And it's so cool, and you need to check this stream out. I've talked about it a couple of times tonight, but follow NPC Voices, Children of Dirt, fantastic stream. Also, he did this from Sunday. If you're not watching our Sunday streams, and look, I know some of you are busy or you work, we do them in the afternoon, so it should be after church for any of you who go to church. It's usually starting around 1:30 Central Time. Evelyn, can you tell everyone what this is?
Yeah, so John's on a roll, murdering innocent player characters. This time it was Zikars's orc, half-orc, Aemon, his magus. He took a massive lightning strike from John's son, who was playing Ixen, on Sunday, and it put him at like negative 65, I think, hit points. So he was vaporized.
Now, in defense of Ixen, this player character, Aemon, he was knocked down to 1 hit point. And he was running around for a couple of rounds, and then when the Raging Song of Irda kicked back in, his constitution increased, his hit points raised, but they were like, 18, 20, whatever.
He was at like 26, I
yeah,
think.
26, whatever. He got hit with like an 86-point chain lightning bolt from a 16th level Lich. He was evaporated into charcoal with black dust everywhere, and that's hard to do, but again, what I always say, it's part of the game. And so
I love all of it.
This works good because he wouldn't dare kill characters on 2 of his streams in the same week.
Ooh, well.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, but really, it was Jordan that killed the other one.
Hold on. Let me warm up these dice. No. We joke. I'm not a player killer.
Don't worry, he keeps rolling 5s and 8s.
Yeah, no, I'm not a player killer. Like, please, I'm not. I just want the game to be dangerous.
No, you just kill the PCs, not the players.
She threw it down.
Mic drop.
Right.
She's got some heat on her.
Shots
I'm back away,
fired.
John.
Millie just said, not Millie.
Okay. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Yes, some DMs would consider that a challenge. That's right. Love the healer. Falcon Wolf. Yeah, I do. Challenge accepted. Danger Will Robinson. That's right. Okay. Here we go. Kicking back off and Gimbal. Suddenly, there is a giant tree that sprouts right in the area where you were standing, and as I said, there's a massive blow as it strikes, and it knocks stone, dust goes everywhere. It's basically an explosion of stone as it strikes, and you should be able to see this right here on stream. There's now a tree. As it does so, as this strike happens, there is a huge spike of stone that juts out directly toward that orc.
just want to make sure. I don't know if it's a limitation. I just want to make sure you know that it was horizontal. So I'm hitting it behind him on the wall, not on the floor.
Yeah, it depends on the angle you're looking at. It's a limitation of that because I can't move it too close to the wall. So the view that I have for the stream, it looks okay. So I get what you're saying, but if you look at what the stream is seeing, the tree looks like it's kind of sitting there, and I didn't want to fuss with it too much because it really doesn't matter that much. So you get the idea. As it strikes, the orc sees a giant piece of rock. Gimbal,
Yes.
as your tree strikes the rock, a massive explodes against it, and a huge spike of jagged granite slides out. As it strikes the mage, I would like you to tell me what it looks like.
So it's the granite rock that's striking the mage.
Yes.
Okay. From behind him.
Yes.
Perfect. So this large rock suddenly catches him in the square of the back, thrusting him forward, just pinned with the rock just following him as he goes down to whatever's below him. I don't know if that's going to be rock or the ground.
Yeah, so as it does this, he strikes rock, he tumbles down, his body thunk, 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 thunk against the rock, and falls to the ground, lifeless. All right, and now let's go back, and you guys won initiative. I started with Gimbal. Let's go to Rin. Rin, you are racing down the bridge.
Yep.
Here, and if I can find the right one, there we go. That's good, and I should have you locked to that now. You guys seeing that?
All right. I'm within 20 feet now, right?
You are definitely within 20 feet. Yes.
Okay. So, how many bad guys are still up? There's one orc and
yeah. So there's the orc on the parapet here, which was the magic user, has been slain. There's one orc left that has a crossbow, and there's an imp back here on the back wall that has grabbed the orb atop that.
Yep.
All right.
So Rin, once he is within 20 feet, he is going to start moving his hands around and start saying a few words, and he's going to cast Obscuring Mist around the Father Aaron and himself. And Obscuring Mist is a misty vapor. It rises around you. It is stationary. The vapor obscures all sight, including dark vision beyond 5 feet. A creature 5 feet away has concealment. Creatures farther away have total concealment. And it lasts 5 minutes.
All right. As you cast this, again, I've asked this of other players. I would like you to describe that for me.
Of course. So Rin closes his eyes and begins to speak under his breath. And as he begins to speak, water droplets begin to slowly form in the air around him, creating a dense, white mist that slowly surrounds both Rin and Father Aaron and everything in a 20-foot circle around Rin at the center. The mist and the mist rises to a height of about 20 feet.
All right. As the mist rises around you and Father Aaron, Brim, you're running, you're leaping toward that bridge, and you hear the arcane words of Rin. And suddenly a mist, I'm going to move your mini here because you would have been running anyway, so I'll let you do what you want from here. There's not a movement action penalty there. A mist springs up around. What do you do?
Right. Okay. So, he's just going to keep running forward towards Father Aaron.
All right,
try and just get to him.
All right, so you have a full move action, so you can get all the way. I'm moving your mini here. Forgive me. You want to move your mini? Go ahead.
Thank you. There we go. I was like, gosh, what is the point?
Yeah. Okay, you do it. Yeah. I didn't know if you were paying attention. All right, sorry. Thank you. All right, great. So you sprint forward. That's plenty of action. As you run through the mist, you feel cold chill. It's not just visual. There's actual vaporized water in the air. It chills you as you run through it. You're briefly obscured, but you can hear the gasping of Father Aaron. As you rush through it, you reach him between these stone skull pillars, and blood is spurting out of his mouth and his chest. His eyes come up to you.
Ren, healing, please.
All right.
He's just gonna try and hold up Father Aaron so he's not using any strength to stand.
All right, so let's go to, I hate to ignore the PCs, but I have to acknowledge the NPC here, the goodest boy. He is running up these stairs toward the one remaining orc. So you see as Phineas leaps up the stairs, again, it's this striking discord between the friendliness, the kindness, the lolling head and tongue, and the sweetness and the lapping and the pulling eggs a bit off the stonework to get what he wants to eat, and nuzzling up, and then suddenly in combat turning to this vicious, voracious beast, and he leaps up the stairs, his jaws wide. Roll to hit, please, Evelyn.
Okay, so he has 2 attacks, so I will do both of those. Is bites, and I'm going to do advantage on both of those because he has a couple of advantages.
Okay.
Okay, first one is a 26 to hit, and the second one
It's an orc. Yeah, that's a hit.
is a 17 to hit.
17 on this guy. Hang on. Yeah, both those hit. So
Okay.
as he leaps up, there's a bite and then a claw that comes across the face. Roll damage on both. Thank you, RPG Academy. Yes, Tailspire is my new addiction as well.
32 points of damage.
I'm sorry, what?
32 points of damage.
Wait, are you sure?
Yes.
Pardon?
Oh, it was 60.
Beg pardon? Bite and a claw. 32 points of damage?
2d6 plus 10. And he has 2 bite attacks.
I would like you to tell me how this unfolds.
Well, since he knows to follow the commands that Elandra gives to him, he immediately recognized the hand gestures as she sent him off to attack this creature. And as first he leaps up, he latches onto the arm to try to break his next shot from the crossbow. So he leaps up and clamps down on the arm and pulls back, and then because he created himself an opening, he just leaps up and grabs at his gut and rips, carrying his stomach open.
So we have entrails. As he does that, he disrupts with the shot with the crossbow. The arm rakes down, the claws rake down, the jaws grab, exactly as you said, rip the gut, pull it open. You see intestines and blood and guts, including some viscera, splatter against the far wall. And this guy is horribly, irrevocably dead. And yes, I'm loving the chat. Thank you so much. How many animal crackers for the goodest boy? Great question. All right, let's go to Lilith. What are you doing?
There is just the imp left.
In terms of enemies that you can see, yes.
Oh, thank you for that kind wording.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. This guy should have been killed. Here, hang on.
Yeah,
there he is.
I
There
was
we go.
like,
Yeah.
1 second, hang on a minute.
That's the butter guy.
Just the imp left.
That's the milkman.
Question DM, would Lilith notice Brim's change in demeanor? Because typically just Lilith knowing Brim, she would have guessed that he would have went to this the slaves that were chained up first, which is where he went, and all of a sudden he switched, which was something very odd for him. Would Lilith have noticed that?
Oh, I mean, yes, absolutely. So here, let me pull this up. Let me get your view, and I'm gonna grab this real quick and lock it. All right. So your view here. You saw everything that happened with the collapsing structure here, the tree that fell. You saw Phineas. Do you guys see my light at least on this?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You saw Phineas rip the viscera out of this orc. You saw McCall as he leapt up the stairs here, and you definitely saw that you had Brim running toward this and then suddenly stop and pivot. And he ran the opposite direction. I will unlock that and get you back. So
also, my great sword would still be there because he had to drop it or put it down to grab onto the pillars.
That's right. So his great sword's laying on the ground.
Okay, just in seeing that, Lilith will kind of cast her eye towards now an area that is covered in mist, thanks to Rin, and see Brim disappear into the same mist and kind of look over at the slaves and make her way towards that way.
All right. So you begin moving toward the slaves. So that's about 20 feet. So that won't give you time to cast a spell, but you definitely get close to them. You see what you see here. Hold on, let me grab this again. Just learning how to use this a little bit more effectively. So pull that up. Boom. Right. You're seeing them now.
Okay.
And so you see there is a heavy set, maybe a woman, has a cloak pulled over. She's quivering against the wall. There's a young man and a young woman next to her, each of them maybe in their early 20s or 30s, clenching their chains together. You see these two here. There's a man in his 40s with dark hair. He's pulling to one side, even as the woman who looks like she's maybe in her 30s with bright red hair pulling the opposite side because they were trying to stay away from Phineas as he leapt up those stairs.
So are they chained together?
They are all chained together, and they are chained to this post.
The post. Okay, interesting. Okay, sounds good. Lilith will approach them. Everybody calm down. Just stay towards the wall as close as you can. We'll try to free you as soon as we can. We just need to get rid of these people. And don't worry about the wolf. He's a good boy.
So the one, the large, heavy-set woman here who is clenching the rock, she doesn't respond. She just leans further into the rock. The one right next to her with the auburn hair turns to you. There were 25 of us. We are the only ones that remain. How can you tell us to be calm?
And she kind of like breathes out and looks. I know that there was 25 of you, but we came here and we've taken some of them down. I think more than anybody else has. So try to stay against the rock and stay out of the way. We'll try to protect you the best we can. That's all I can promise.
Not a hard roll, but make a diplomacy check for me, please.
With advantage, please. How about a 13 plus my diplomacy? 16?
Okay. As you do this, you see, I'll unlock everyone's cams.
Yes,
you
exactly,
see,
Pat, because I said so.
you see she. Oh, you're right. You're right. No one else has been here to help us. You see, this slave or captured individual turns around. Does not look as identical as they might appear here because I have limited minis still to this point. But this one here that was clutching the stone with the chains, she quivers against it. She pulls herself against the wall, and you see a yellow puddle begin to stream out between her legs. Good. All right, we'll stop there for you, and let's come back. And we had missed, so Call, he begins running toward the imp. He's going to get 20, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet. Ooh, that's a tough one. All right, let me see here. All right, so let's grab this one so everybody can see this. You got it?
Yes.
All right, so here is Call. Call, his robes flowing, his dual scimitars out gleaming, only providing more lustrous glow to the locks that flow all across his robes. He gets to the precipice of the stone. He leaps off. I will destroy you, demon! As his eyes grow wide.
He falls into the portal.
Rin would like to propose to Call.
Excuse me?
I also have fumble tables here.
I knew it! It's going straight into that portal.
Even Gimbal won't do that.
As he runs, hang on here. Oh my gosh.
You guys ever seen Auntie Mame?
His foot catches the edge of the platform. He leaps off, his foot catches. He basically falls straight down to the ground by the pillar. So no, he does not go in the portal as was feared, but he hits the ground head first and essentially takes a scimitar in the chest. You see a scimitar slam.
He doesn't yell, "I fell over," does he?
No, he does not yell, "I fell over," but he is now on the ground. What a horrible roll. Alondra, you are last. What are you doing?
Well, I just saw the
Better than
most
Call.
epic fail of
Oh, we didn't get to see that.
So she's gonna move forward just a smidge. I can't do it. I'm locked.
Okay, let me unlock. I'm sorry. Here we go. There you go. You have full control. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, whoops, gotta turn myself back around. She's gonna come just so that she kind of can see the imp better. And she's gonna fire an arrow at him. So that's gonna be done at advantage. That is a 29 to hit.
That is a hit. Roll your damage, please. So you throw your arrow. You sling it toward this imp.
Alondra's just like.
Yeah, she's.
That's 4 points of damage.
All right.
Did you say 40?
No, she definitely
okay.
did not say 40.
Just so out of
That's why Illandra
Arrows are very powerful.
what she's got great arrows and multiple shots, but they don't do a ton of damage unless they crit. And when they crit, which makes sense. Think about that. An arrow could strike armor, could hit an arm, a shoulder.
Well, and I'm only level 5, so I can only do one arrow a turn right now. So.
Exactly. And think like if an arrow hits you in the armor, maybe like gets through a little bit, does a couple points of damage, that makes sense. Like it's realistic. If an arrow strikes you through the throat, the mouth, the eye, the nose, the ear, that could be deadly and kill you in one shot. That's why I like crit tables. They make the game feel more real. You let loose your arrow. It strikes the imp. He turns, he's got an arrow jetting from his shoulder even as he grabs this globe. And have I missed any player this round? I think I got all of you,
I
right?
don't think so.
What about Call? Did he do anything?
Call went.
Call.
Yeah,
Call fell down.
You don't remember? Down in a lake of fire. No, Call slammed in the ground. You saw his scythe slam into his chest. You don't know what's happening with him now. The imp, he moves first, and he suddenly drops down through the portal with the stone. As he does this,
He waves at it.
Says, "Come on, guys. Time for intervention."
I'm not going to mess with it right now. I might do it like when you're off. But as he does this, you hear a sudden, and all the lightning disappears, drops from the arcing structure, and the portal vanishes.
All right.
Question, Deanne.
Yes.
Does the globe or orb thing that he grabbed from the pillar look like the one that we retrieved?
No,
The eye.
Okay.
it does not. And it looks pretty clear that whatever he grabbed is what caused that lightning and the portal to close. So he knew what he was doing. So that leaves now the party. As you rush forward, there is no more combatant to deal with. You have, sorry, real quick. So you have Call bleeding on the ground. You have Father Aaron spewing blood from his mouth with Rin and Brim standing in front of him. So unless anyone has something else they would like to say, I'm going to go to Rin and Brim.
If he's gone, Lilith would just scream or shout to Rin. Not scream. Rin, we need help over here.
Ren, please.
And Rin, having heard Brim first, as that occurred, is going to continue moving towards Father Aaron. And he's going to lay his hands on him very quickly, because obviously he sees the blood, etc. Lay his hands on him and very quickly cast...
You move your mini forward, please, so I don't keep moving these minis.
Oh,
you have control.
Oh, okay.
Gosh.
Sorry, I can't
John
resist.
can't do everything.
I can.
Okay,
He is but one man.
By the way,
One man.
I'm gonna. Oh gosh, I don't know if I should. Would it be okay? Would it be okay? Like, I want to do a quick timeout here. We got about 40. No, never mind. I had a super personal story I was going to tell that was just prompted like a thought. I'll save it for after stream with just the five of you. I don't think it's appropriate for me to put on stream. Okay, go ahead. Rin.
So he's moved forward, lays his hands on Father Aaron, has his disc of Pelor out, says a prayer, and casts Cure Serious Wounds on Father Aaron.
Roll the healing, please.
That's gonna be 3d8.
Father, show us on the doll where Brim laid his hands on you. No.
Whoa. Well, now that you mention it.
Yeah, there was a faceplant, Storm Power, no doubt.
6, 12, 13 plus 5. So 18 points of healing.
18 points of healing. Yeah, so for an arrow that did 6 points of damage, you cast Healing. Brim, as you rush over, you lay your arms around Father Aaron, who you have not seen in many, many years. His form feels more frail than you could have imagined. He trembles against his bonds, weak as a newborn. His eyes look cloudy. His pupils are dilated wildly. He struggles to focus, to recognize as he sees Rin running up. He looks at Rin. Even as you're casting Rin, he says, "Are you another monster come to finish me?" You cast your spell, and he says words as you're casting that catch your ear. Am I not to be ungrateful? I was unworthy of your transformation. Your spell hits him. The healing imbues his body. You see not only the wound healed, you see the arrow expelled from his body. The arrow drops to the ground, and he slumps over unconscious, standing in front of you.
Sorry, did I hear that or just Ren?
No, you're standing right there, dude. Of course you heard it.
I wasn't sure.
Hey, here, let me grab the shot. I should have done cutscene mode here. Lock you in. You're right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You heard everything that was said.
And what was that again?
I was unworthy of your
He said,
Transformation.
"Are you another monster? Come to finish me. Should I be ashamed? I was unworthy of your transformation."
All right.
And so it's. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Alondra, seeing Call's inglorious faceplant, is going to move quickly over to him, pulling a small potion vial from a pouch that she wears at her hip. And she'll uncork it and stick it in his mouth and administer a healing potion to him.
All right, you should have the freedom to control your own mini. Here is Call laying face planted on the ground. You run over to him. You sprint over these cobblestones. The lightning on these goes out one by one. So here, let me
There we are.
kill that. The lightning goes out bit by bit on each of these portals, and everything goes dull. But you do see Call here laying in a pool of his own blood. And you did what?
So she's gonna administer a potion of cure light wounds to him.
Okay. So you roll him over. You see the scimitar is stuck a long ways across his chest.
It's 10 points of healing.
He's still awake. He's still conscious. So you put the potion to his lips. He lifts a weak arm. I give you my thanks, Irda. I am grateful to you. He. I called you Irda. Sorry, Alondra.
I just transferred the flames.
Too much D&D. No, there's no such thing as too much D&D. Never so much. He quaffs it. As he does, you see he bravely pulls the blade out of his own chest as your healing hits him. Call leans over. I give you my thanks. You are a noble friend, as old this party has been. Are we safe now? And his head pivots around.
I would say as safe as you could expect in this area. Let's go see what's going on with helping these people over here, maybe. She just feels really awkward about the thanks and just wants to get away from him as quickly as possible.
He notes this. He lifts his hands. I simply meant to give you thanks. I had no ulterior motives or meant to be in any way handsy.
That's what they all say.
It's fine. It's just a little too much. Anyway, and she just kind of quickly walks away.
All right, so as you walk back toward them, Lilith, you're standing here and you see all that's happening. You could even hear what was said. You heard the words as Father Aaron called this out. You heard the healing come from Rin and Brim wrapping his arms around Father Aaron. What are you doing?
I'll go back over to the slaves. That wooden pole, like how high is it?
So you're here. Hang on, let me pull this back around. And in fact, I think I can, instead of creating a new cutscene, I can go back to one of my original ones. And I'm learning here, guys, so just bear with me. This is so fun, though. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Learning all the time. That was an old Saturday Night Live skit. All right, so here we go. So you are here, and as you move back toward it, you can see the body of a dead orc laying on the ground, splintered. You see Phineas standing atop the platform, just snarling, looking around as though there might be someone else to rent a limb or other members from. You see the 5 slaves here all chained together. They're starting to relax, except this woman who, or you can't really tell what gender, but largest, wearing a robe that looks like a dress almost, but has a hood up, just trembling against the wall.
And so, sorry, this that wooden pole you said that they're stuck to, or the chain to?
Yeah, they're chained to this pole I'm highlighting here.
Okay, Lilith will cast wood shape.
Okay.
and remove whatever it is that's attaching them to the.
Nicely done. Gosh, it's nice to have a druid, isn't it? All right, so you cast, and with absolutely no issue, you remove that. Now, let's just see here. Let's look at the structure as an evil DM.
I'm not like knocking it down. I'm just like softening the wood around, so whatever metal piece is attached to it, I can remove. Like, is it? It's not like a wrap.
Yeah, but you got to understand. Like, you take a column and you soften it enough that you can pull something out. You soften it enough that it's going to collapse. Now,
Okay,
with that said,
if that's the case, then Lilith would obviously have her hand pushing in an opposite direction.
okay, so you no, the pillar is not the problem.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if you're seeing this. It's the stairs. But
But
honestly,
there's lots of pillars there, more supportive pillars. That's not just one
Yes.
pillar that holds up
Okay,
one single
let me-
set of
let me-
stairs.
a single pillar holds up everything.
let me grab the scene again here and lock it. So you just made this. There was a pillar right here. I'll put the light on it. Vanish. Here are the stairs. So there is nothing else holding up this part of the platform and the stairs. Now, please don't overfear. They're stairs. It's bits of wood. This is not a giant chunk of rock falling down.
John,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
John. I'm sorry, but you literally everything you do, we fear for our lives. You can't say don't overfear because I'm pretty
And
sure
also, what
you
way
can
did she
say.
herself? So, like,
Yeah.
you think like falling stairs is gonna like help
they're
the situation?
bits.
What's
Don't
They're
gonna
bits
be-
of wood. They're bits of
You
wood.
kill players weekly.
No, I don't. That's not true. Stop that. That's a vicious,
Okay, so
that's a
arguably-
vicious, nasty rumor. Stop that. I do not kill. I don't like killing players. I just like.
No, he just kills the PCs.
Yeah, come on. We've been through this.
Oh, hey Moose, I didn't see you. Oh, Ugluck, I didn't see you in earlier. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not as engaged with the chat as kill skull pillars yet. All right, so.
If possible, could I tell them to move away from the stairs?
Yeah, you can call that
Please?
out, but they were all chained to it, so it's like simultaneous action. It happens so quickly. You pull down the pillar, the stairs clatter down on top of them. There is damage. They're all chained, so one
And
goes this
wolves
way,
run
one
by
goes
on
this way.
fire. There's a horse that's been run over by a cart in the corner.
That wasn't her.
I know, it's just all of our party sins.
Okay, all right. As the stairs clatter down and fall, there we go. Isn't that so cool? Just boom, stairs gone. This is still sufficient to hold up that platform. If you're watching it there, you should be able to see it live. They come down. A couple of the slaves, they pull back on the chains. They're hit with bits of wood. There's a cut on the head of this one. Another dodges out of the way, takes a good-sized beam in the shoulder. You hear a crack as the beam crunches down on her shoulder, but no one is dead.
Lilith, god of death, enters the
But
scene.
none of them are dead. They just went through the worst.
Plus side, they're not dead. They're only mostly dead, but not all the way dead.
Oh, not dead yet.
He said to blade.
Phineas, seeing this, leaps to the whoops, not down. No, that was way too far of a leap. Phineas, hang on here. He leaps to the opposite edge of the platform, even because it's rickety right where he was at. So he is on top of this platform now. I don't know
So
where I just
Lilith
put him.
did not kill Phineas, is that correct?
No, he did. No, she
Okay,
did not.
I just-
Phineas.
She pulls her torch out.
Phineas is the goodest and the smartest boy. Okay, now let me go to Gimbal, who's been sitting there quietly for quite a minute. Gimbal.
Denise or Gimbal?
Gimbal, you still sit atop the platform. Where did you go? I lost you. Can you move your mini?
I'm up by the tree.
Oh, there you go. Yes, there you are, right there. All right, so Phineas, you still stand atop the tree. You saw the orc just destroyed by your blow. You saw the killing blow by Phineas. You hear the platform collapse under the intended goodness of Lilith. What are you doing?
So, from my view, from looking at Gimbal, it looks like there's some kind of glow in this this hole?
You see, it looks like there is a room behind this hole here. Yes.
Sweet. And Lilith, there's like a mage or something that I just. Anyways, he should be down there. There might be some things on there that we like. If you want to search some pockets, there's a room up here that I'm gonna look into. I told you where I'm going. And he's gonna go in there.
Put them in the
before
cart.
she could say anything, he disappears. She'll check on the slaves to make sure everybody is okay. Apologizing for her stair collapse. If anybody looks really injured, she will cast Cure Minor Wounds on them.
All right, so the one I mentioned that had the beam hit the shoulder, it looks like it broke. It looks like it broke the clavicle, and the shoulder looks dislocated, dropped down. Nothing near unto death, but definitely this one is damaged. This one has a cut in the head, but not too bad. And again, the larger one I said just continues to quiver against the wall.
So I'll cure the one that sounds like he broke his clavicle and stuff like that. As she kind of heads over, I'm sorry, I don't really have anything that I can unchain you with right now, but at least getting you away from stuff is the best thing. Mind if I heal you?
No, of course not. I would be grateful. I recognize what you were doing. It was to help us. Oh, gods, this hurts. You lay your hands. I already hit the healing sound.
Okay.
Was it how, 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on. So, I mean, that's more hit points than this guy has. So he took he took the blow from the.
I'm young again.
His shoulder pops back into joint. The clavicle knits itself together. His eyes go wide. Are you a goddess?
Yes, she is.
Sorry? A goddess? Did you call me a goddess?
This is not normal healing. None but a god could do this. What have you done?
I am not much of a healer. I mean he's, and she's kind of pointing back and trying to look. Is Obscuring Mist still up there? Or?
Oh yeah, that's still up.
Yeah, it's lasts for 5 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. There's a guy in that misty area. Once he emerges, he's more of like a god than I am.
Yeah, Rin steps forward.
You called.
All right.
That's kind of what she'll say to him. But me, a goddess, I've never been referred to that before. But thank you. Are you okay?
It's a miracle. It's absolutely miraculous. All right, now we're gonna cut back over here. Father Aaron with Brim and Rin. He finishes choking up blood. The arrow drops out of his chest. His eyes flutter open. He turns around. It is really you, Brim, isn't it?
Ren, go see to the others. We're good here.
Of course. And Rin will turn around and he will move his character because John will tell him to move his character if he doesn't move his character. Once he can figure out where his character is, which is right there. And he'll move back. Oh, Rin can't move his character. Oh, there it goes. Nope.
Wait, what? What's going? You're moving Brim. Wait, hold on. How's that happening?
No, I'm not moving at all.
Oh, okay.
I can't move anything.
Okay, Brim, stop confusing
Brim
me.
was on top of me. That is an awkward statement, and that's not how it should have been said.
Come back.
Oh, what was happening in that Obscuring Mist?
Rin makes his way back out of the mist.
What was happening in that obscuring mist? I love that.
What do you look like as you?
Puts the hair back.
and just kind of looks around, and I'm assuming sees everyone grouped up over. I see Lilith and
Yes. Elandra is standing there. She's right next to Call, who's following behind her.
Is everyone all right out here?
Well, that one took a nosedive off up there, and she like gestures to Call and then to where he jumped from.
It is a bit truthful, although her modesty extends beyond reason. I did more than take a fall. I don't know what happened. I stumbled on the rock and nearly killed myself. If not for Elandra, I think I would be dead. Or perhaps it was Pelor.
He's watching over us as we venture about these, and Rin will kind of look around. Caves? And that's when he's gonna notice then the humans, and I'm assuming from what he sees as humans, and he's gonna rush over to them because that's kind of why he wanted to go this way.
A few of them are injured. I was able to heal one, but that's all I have.
Yeah.
And so at that, Rin is going to go ahead and cast Channel Energy, which is 3d6 for everybody around him.
In a 30-foot radius.
Correct. And that will be, oh, that's pretty. That's lovely. That'll be 11 points of healing to everyone in a 30-foot radius.
Does that 30-foot radius go through walls?
Is that 30-foot radius cross bridges?
So.
Extend past 30 feet.
Yeah. Oh, look at you
It's kind of
measuring
like a
on your own. Yeah, so there's an opening there. I'm going to say yes. Because there's an opening, I will say that counts. I love that. Look at you guys. Look at your hotel spire. That's so
it's
helpful.
only
Yes.
60 feet away, so that counts, right?
Oh, wait, no. So no,
No,
Brim,
no.
Brim, you're too far.
30-foot radius.
Yep.
You told me to go help someone else.
Yeah.
Centered on the cleric casting it. But Phineas feels like the newest boy.
So then
Yes.
emanating from Rin will be a golden glow that spreads out all around him, touching everyone that is within that radius.
The healing power of Pelor flows around. You see the one who had not been healed by Lilith, the gash in the head seals itself. Others in the front of the chains, little scrapes and wounds. They cover them, and they see the wounds begin to heal, the skin covered. Father Aaron throws his arms around you, Brim. But there is one discordant note in this moment of joy. The largish figure cloaked, gripping the wall, puddling urine beneath. When that channel energy hits, you hear a it does damage, not healing.
Yep.
As that happens, you see this one turn. Wait, there were 4 of us. His eyes go wide, and you see, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. You see
Ashrin.
the one. the one.
Well played!
The one clutching against the wall turns, and you see pallid flesh. You see claws that come out, and in doppelganger form, a paling appears, left behind, part of the escort party for all of these slaves, perhaps somehow attached to this transformation that was mentioned by Father Aaron. But as it says these words, it grows. Malevolent energy, glittering, sharp teeth, pallid skin, but you smell no sickly sweet necrotic scent. The scent is not there. something has changed. And with that, we will end our show tonight.
Dude, that was happening.
Hey,
That was
Gary,
happening.
Gary, how much healing / damage was that?
What's that?
That would be the same
11.
amount, 11 points.
Yeah, exactly. It's 11 points of damage. It's a channel energy, which is healing to good or living.
Yep.
It's death to evil or undead.
And it does
damage.
4 times the damage if it's healing. I read that
Can you
somewhere.
send me that
I don't
rule,
see that
please,
here.
Josh? All right.
I
So
think
if you
I
haven't yet,
received it.
we have this giveaway tonight. We're not doing this guy. We had a great night tonight, but we did not quite hit where I wanted to get. We had no raids, but again, we're just so appreciative of everybody that's with us tonight. Great viewership as always. The Mad Chatters. The latest we have Love, Drow, Pat, which is Fraley, Robert, Falcon, Sugarpunk, Ranger, all of you, thank you so much. If you have not yet, please type !Giants, plural, in the chat. And let's go ahead and let's go through, we're going to go through our Stream MVP. Stream MVP gets 1,000 experience points. And of course, there's no level ups in combat. But who knows what's going to happen next week, because actually, I'll leave you. Should I?
Yeah, do it.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
The creature that you see before you.
It's Canadian.
Excuse
Ancient
me?
gamer.
Giants, plural, Pat draws. As the creature that you see before you grows taller, similar, but not the same. As it lifts off the ground, you see it has no legs, ribs and vertebrae that dangle below. Where you're used to seeing this pale head of flesh, you also see now a silvery chain that goes around the head, embedded in the flesh, almost like a crown. It grows not like the paling 7 feet tall, 8 feet tall. This towers over brim beyond 9 feet tall. And you realize this is something different. And I'll pull this up here. This will be our concluding shot.
Good.
You see this creature.
And I have no idea what's happening.
Its vertebrae, its ribs dangling down, chains below, chains of silver across its head. Let me give you the close-up view of the head. This is what you see, courtesy of the amazing Frederica Draws, one of our sponsors. This is custom Blue Box art. You don't see before you a pale ling. You see before you a pale lord.
Oh, crap me.
Okay, all right, let's go to Stream MVP. Perhaps for the last time here on Greyhawk Awakening. We're going to go through each one will tell us why you should be Stream MVP. You get 1,000 experience points for that, and then you will roll for one of our viewers to win the Giant Craft. This is gorgeous, pristine, Lightning Craft reproduced. It's a 2e book, as I said, but it's got really amazing stuff for any type of giant lore, races, items, anything you want to put in any game. You could put this in Castles and Crusades, you can put this in Pathfinder, you can put it in 1e to 5e, it doesn't matter. You just cannot put it in 4e. If you try to play 4e with this book, the book actually incinerates. Like the old Get Smart, with this, it'll poof up in a burst of smoke if you try to play with 4e. But any other edition, that book can be played with. All right, let's start with you, Lilith. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Lilith should be Stream MVP for summoning not 1, not 2, but 3 very useless bats. Annoying, yet useless. Just for her noticing Brim's demeanor. Typically, Brim, just knowing Brim and traveling and adventuring with Brim for a very long time, knowing that his typical move would be going to the slaves, which he did initially, and all of a sudden turn heel and head toward the priest, which was very odd for for him, which she noticed, and also attempting, but also damaging the slaves. Also, question DM.
Yes.
Did the stairs hurt the Pale
Yeah.
or the Pale Lord whatsoever?
Oh yeah.
I did roll that. I have that on my sheet
Okay.
here. So yes, it did.
Okay, so all for naught, that's okay. Possibly potentially doing damage to the Pale Lord, as well as injuring very innocent people, as per usual. And that's about it, I think.
All right, so well done, well played. By the way, before we move on, I see Shift 70 up in the chat. Shift 70 up. You have a giveaway, and maybe I missed it, but I don't have your address. So I've been wanting to send the giveaway out to you that you won. If you can, jump in our Discord and send me your mailing information. And if you already sent this somewhere, Whispers, I got Discord, Whisper, but if you can send that to me, I want to make sure I give you your giveaway. I'd never like people to be left without the giveaway they won. I'm sometimes late. It might take me a week or so to get the giveaway out, and then depending on where you're at, it might take 2 weeks to get it. But Shift 70 up, I was waiting to see you in chat. So please jump in our Discord, give me your mailing info, and you will get the giveaway you won, which I'll tell you what that was in a second. All right, you will be rolling for Vivi tonight. Obsidian Risk, huzzah! With the gorgeous heraldry. Yes, I am Blue Box, right? So you go to Blue Box. What you see there on the Discord, I am Blue Box on that Discord. So you just DM me on that Discord channel your name and your mailing address, and I'll make sure you get it, because I think you won that giveaway like a month ago. But I messaged you on, I think, whatever. So please send me that. I want to make sure you get your giveaway. So you got Obsidian Risk. And Obsidian Risk is still on, yes?
Yes.
Are you still? Yeah, he just chatted, or he or she just chatted. All right, so great. All right, so next, Gimbal, why should you be Stream MVP?
So I should be Stream MVP for my creative use of all kinds of items, from rocks to trees to all kinds of things. I found a secret room that I didn't know was there, so I was pleased to take out the orc, and I found another room, so that was cool. And I called out to Lilith like she wanted, so I let her know that there might be some trinkets as well as some things I might like, and I let her know where I was going before I went there. Didn't say I had to wait. She just said let her know, so I did. That's what I got.
No, and that was really good because. Yeah, like the tree idea, that spanned 2 episodes, obviously, because you pulled that out last time, which was 2 weeks ago, and you have done such a good job with your spell casting. And I'll go ahead and give you a preview if you can look at your Twitch stream. Oh, not the Pale Lord again, sorry. But there is the room the Gimbal is peering into behind the rock wall. There is a brazier glowing with blue, not brew. There's tapestries. And there are what look like some scrolls laying on the floor next to it. So we can talk about that next time.
And just another note while you roll, Gimbal consistently is the lowest damage dealer, and he doesn't even have to roll a die to take someone out.
Oh.
Whoa. Rin is the lowest damage dealer.
Oh, whatever.
Lilith cast uses bats.
This is the worst humble brag of all time. All right, so hang on here. Real quick, we do have some fan art I want to show. So if you look at your monitor here, the amazing Pat draws, once again, we have the bestest boy. Looking a little more dangerous than he normally does. And so thank you very much. All right, so you are rolling for, hang on here. I gave Obsidian Risk. That went to you, Lilith. All right, and now Rory, you will be rolling for, hang on here, get my thing back up. Daza 287.
Daza 287.
Daza 287. A pretty new follower, just started following us in April, at end of April, is also a sub. Daza, are you still here? If you are in the giveaway. Let's wait. You got to be present to win.
Ooh,
Hey,
this boy
thank you
gets
so
two
much for the
advantages.
cheer, El Hawk. Oh, the goodest
Thank
boy
you.
got his advantages back. Thank you so much. We're gonna give just another moment or so
Please.
to make sure Daza is still here. If Daza is not, we'll roll again. And no shade on Daza. You know, we all get busy. I'm in and out of streams sometimes too. It's hard to be on them all the time. So it's not meant to be unkind. It's just meant to be fair. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and roll again. So instead of Daza, Rory, you will be rolling for Tea Time with Taryn. Tea Time with
Yeah, I'll take
Taryn.
some
Are
tea
you still
time.
on tonight? We got like 70 people on, so I know a lot of these folks are still on.
I got some tea in my kitchen.
I would like some tea too.
Comes after
what?
S.
Tea Time with Taryn's been following us since the end of March. Great viewer,
Tea Time
great.
with Taryn.
Let's go. All right. So Rory has you. All right. Let's go to Rin. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Of course. Rin should be Stream MVP because of the use of Obscuring Mist. That way nobody could touch Father Aaron or Brim or Rin. And then, of course, the Healing Touch upon Father Aaron, who is nice and healthy now-ish as far as we know. And then, of course, another big healing for everyone involved within 30 feet, which was fantastic, except for the Pale Lord, which, truthfully, Rin found the Pale Lord. So now everybody knows about him. And Rin did 11 points of damage already to somebody we haven't even started fighting yet. Which is
Also-
pretty... Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just said also Rin is a god.
Yeah.
That's true. Rin did exit the mist in a godlike fashion.
Wisps of mist rolling off of his arms and his hair as he walked out.
Of course. And so, so lots of great reasons for Rin to be your MVP this week.
All right, Rin, you will be rolling for Love the Healer.
Love the Healer.
Congrats. Another
Rin also
newish
loves the
follower.
healer.
Love the
This
Healer started following us in February and is a sub. So far everybody's a sub, and I know Love the Healer is on, or I think he or she is, because they've been on all night long tonight. Yep, there we go. Thank you so much. All right,
Wave.
Brim, why should you be Stream MVP?
Side note, I feel like Love the Healer is just like, it holds the same energy as Kiss the Cook. Like, I want that on an apron. Love the Healer.
Love the Healer. I like that too. Yes.
Okay. Brim should be Stream MVP because Josh rolled a nat 20 at the beginning of this game to pull down those columns, but decided against it because he heard his father being called for to be killed. So that was fun and very disappointing, as well as I left my greatsword over by now the Pale Lord. Because it made sense within the storyline that he would have dropped it to try and pull it down, and so that's back over there. Not many good reasons to be MVP, just a lot of reasons.
Same.
Holding his pops, and that's about it, my dudes.
No, I think those are all the best reasons to be Stream MVP, because the role play should not be just about what's best in combat. It should be about what's authentic to your player. Honestly, as a DM, I was disappointed because I had a really cool narrative that I would have said if you would have ripped those pillars apart.
I wanted to.
That would have been so much fun. But what you did was so much better. That was great role play. It may not save you, but it was still really, really well done. All right, and so
also I'd like Brim to be MVP because next adventure he's going to look out from the mist and see the massacre going on and just kind of go right back in and like start to lower Father Aaron down to the
Lead
skull
him on
chasm.
He's like, nope.
all right.
My sword is too far away.
You will be rolling for Mikey B. Mikey B, are you still here tonight? Mikey B.
sit.
Long time follower, Sit Frog Sit. He's been with us since October, and he's been subbing, and he's here. All right, you got Mikey B. All right, Evelyn, why should Yolanda Babushka be our stream MVP tonight.
Yolanda Babushka!
Yolanda
Let's see. Ilandra should be our stream MVP because let's see, she instructed the goodest boy to attack the crossbow wielding orc, which he dispatched mightily after she sunk an arrow into him the previous round. And then she also managed to plunge an arrow into the imp before he got away, so he'll remember us at least. And she tended to call after his his attempt at gymnastical feats did not fare him well, and so making sure he was at least okay, and then just kind of being how she is around people when they get a little too touchy-feely. And so
He wasn't touchy-feely. He was just feely. He was just feely. He wasn't touchy.
She doesn't know what to do with that kind of emotions, man. And so just automatically becoming really awkward and going, okay, let's go help the other people now, because that's what she knows how to do, fix and help. So yes, that's why Ilandra should be stream MVP.
All right, well said, well said. All right, and you, Ilandra, will be rolling for here. Hang on here, let me pull this back up. You have triple eight. D&D player triple eight.
Poll is up.
Poll is up. Vote for your stream MVP. Upper right-hand corner of your Twitch stream. That gets one of these players 1,000 experience points. That matters to them if they are still alive. And it really helps them going toward their next level because XP, as everyone knows in my games, is hard to come by because I give it out like once a month because I can't get to that.
That's if there's no mysteries.
All right, so you have that. Vote in the chat, and now it is time for the roll-offs. And while I'm getting ready for that, we'll also pick who we're going to raid into tonight, see who's up for the raid. And
1 minute. She's got
1 minute.
Let her roll.
Go ahead, Lilith.
I am rolling for Obsidian Risk, and as per requested, I picked blue and green.
All right.
How about a 19?
Oh, very strong roll. Obsidian Risk, you are in the running, my friend.
That's risky.
That is risky, but it is ivory, not obsidian. It is quite light. It is great opportunity for you, light shining on your dice. All right, let's go to Rory.
And I'm rolling for tea time with Terran.
Thank you, City Guard.
I got a 19.
Oh! We got two 19s to start us off. I love that. What's that, Josh?
It's 8:30 right now.
All right.
Okay.
So
Okay, who's next?
All right. So she said a hard stop. So we got to give her the hard stop. So I'm gonna have you roll again for what your roll off number would be against him, and then you can bounce, Vivi. Just don't kill your camera and mess up all mine.
You can bounce, please. Okay, Obsidian, I got you. Here we go.
Here we go. Here's your second roll. A 3. Okay.
Well,
but
that was easy.
If it's just the two of them, that could still get the job done. All right, Vivi, thank you so much. Great job again tonight. Hey, tune in tomorrow night. Great stream with the Tailspire folks, and love, love, love. Thank you so much. All right, Terry.
All right. Here we go. Loving the healer. Not loving the healer. That's an 8 and a 2.
Oh, dude, you suck. But still vote for stream MVP. All right.
It's terrible. So vote for me for MVP instead.
All right. Go ahead, Josh.
Gimbal right now.
Oh, is he? Nice work, Gimbal.
Yes, 888, exactly.
Okay, Mikey B. Frog, sit, frog, sit.
Sit, frog, sit.
Frog, Mikey,
sit, frog, sit. Sit,
and
frog,
he is
sit.
a subscriber, so that is a 14 and a 5. I'm sorry, Mikey B. Frog.
Oh, everybody loves the healer, love the healer. Sorry, Mikey B, but we still like watching the frog sit. All right, go ahead, Evelyn.
There we go.
So for D&D player 888, not a sub, but I'm rolling my sparkliest of dice.
Ooh, the
So
sparkliest.
it's the sparkly one. Oh, we have a tie between Gimbal and Rin for stream MVP.
Holy.
Oh, all right. So can you kick the poll off again, just
So
between the
goes
two of
Wait a
them?
second, let me roll. Let me roll for.
Okay, all right.
My vote for Landra did not change anything.
So, yeah.
That's a 3. So I'll kick the poll back off again.
All right, so that's you, Rory. You rolled for again?
Okay.
Okay, you gotta roll for the tie. Here it is.
Okay. Single die.
Yeah, you got to get better than
Gotta beat a 3.
Better
You
than
know,
3.
with me rolling.
Just get better than
She rolls
3.
a 3.
Woohoo. I rolled a 5.
Well done.
So who you were rolling for? I'm sorry, I lost track.
Tea time with Taryn.
Oh,
Tea
Tea Time
Time
with
with
Taryn!
Taryn.
Congratulations. I think that's Tea Time with Taryn's first win. So again, if we could pop the Discord in, follow us on Discord, Tea Time. I don't think I've seen you in the Discord.
Okay, the tiebreaker is up right now. Vote for your person.
Vote for your person in the tiebreaker quickly. Tea Time with Taryn. Follow us on Discord. I thought that was your first win. So all you got to do is go into the Discord. I just need your name and your mailing address. And no, I do not sell this to anybody else. I keep it in a spreadsheet here on my PC. The only data breach ever has been when I accidentally dragged that spreadsheet up into the Zoom camera and then dragged it back quickly, which I will never make that mistake. Well, I don't think I'll ever make that mistake again. So I just keep that data here. So if you ever win again, I have it. You send it to me. I'll get you this giant craft book out ASAP. While the poll is up, I want to ask again, everyone, please. I know I've said this now twice in the last 3 weeks, but as big as it was to have Johnny Reed Jason and Chris Baggers on from Tailspire 2 weeks ago on LMA, I feel like it is equally as big tomorrow night to have Demon Goon John, based here in the States, and to have Illustré Charles from France will be with us tomorrow night, and then Don, who runs Tales Tavern, will also be joined as always by Evelyn, and I believe Josh is still planning on being with us tomorrow night, NPC Voices. And so it's going to be a fun night, and they're going to show. If you can't, Josh, don't sweat it. I'm
totally doing that.
It's an invitation, not an obligation, my friend.
I knew this was happening.
I told you.
there.
I did tell you that. I
knew it. Yes.
It's the busy life of a DM. Stuff goes past you sometimes. But we're going to have a fantastic. I'm so excited. We're going to show building, DMing, content, community, and it's going to make a lot of my mistakes tonight even better. Not better mistakes. I mean, just it's going to, yeah, you know what I mean. So it's going to be a fun night tonight, tomorrow night when we join with these folks. Please be with us and vote for your stream MVP. Oh, then no worries, Ali B. Oh, and again, sorry, go ahead.
Amanda says she can't vote.
Well, I see, I don't know why, I see there's now 26 votes in already.
yeah.
There's
I
still
see that.
time. It's 14-12. Rin leads Gimbal. It's close. Oh, 14-13. It's a one-vote difference. And they're coming down the home stretch. And Gimbal's little legs are churning. Oh, and they're tied 14-14. One Gimbal standard unit is capable of moving its legs. Now it's 15-15. And we have the elf and the gnome. The elf and the gnome down the home stretch. It's so close. The elf, he shrinks a rock, and then he expands the rock, and he throws it at Rin. But Rin dodges the rock. It's 17-15. It's so close down the stretch, and the winner is crossing the line by a nose. 17-16. It is. Oh, Rin comes through at the end with a final leap through the finish line after Gimbal had a head all the way. It was Rin coming through at the end. Congratulations, Rin.
I want to thank all those that deserve my heels out there. But for those 16 that voted for Gimbal, no heels for you.
I voted against you.
All right, so all right, so everybody,
heels for everyone.
Let me do my raid here. I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys. I'm gonna get the raid ready while you're talking.
So if you have any cockroaches, any termites, any insects of any kind, this raid will help you.
All right, so I see. What's up on my? Do any of our chatters?
The reason I should get it is because of my joke about the tree.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious.
Branch out and leaf your way.
I loved it. I loved it.
Oh, yeah, no, that was good.
So, do any of the chatters see anybody I should raid? We like Loot Die Repeat, good folks over there. We like Not Great RPG. I want to make sure none of the newer folks that I'm working with or following, Kayla's not up, but Time Lords or Lawful Stupid or
Troll Lords, Maria
NPC
Paints.
voices.
Troll Lords is up.
Rejects. Yeah, Troll Lords is up.
Okay, let's rate Troll Lord. They're a sponsor.
Because of Phantom NJ, my players, I figured out how to stream or how to raid yesterday.
Wait, but I think there's something wrong. I think he might be almost done because he had like 30 something and he's down to 3.
There's Not Great RPG, Praetors Rejects, Loot
Oh.
I Repeat.
All right, well, we haven't rated Praetors in a while. Hang on here.
Yeah, Loot I Repeat.
How long have they been running for?
Let me go peek.
The Games Tavern is up.
Yeah, I want to be careful. I want to make sure I'm not rating anybody.
Praetors has been up for 11 minutes.
Yeah, they just started.
They just started, so.
All right, so why? So Praetors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, I'm seeing
Rejects.
Praetorian. Yeah. It's all one word there.
R-I-N-N.
No, there's no space, right? Rejects.
Yeah, Praetors Rejects.
I've done that. There it is. I don't know. That's Twitch acts so weird sometimes.
it.
Okay, we're gonna rate our friends over at Praetors Rejects. Thank you for all the new subs. Thank you for all the new followers. Thank you to our great players. I'm gonna ask my players to stay on. I like to do fireside chats, but I'm gonna actually share with you guys something that I don't really want to share live on stream, and it's got nothing to do with anything with you guys. It's just something that was triggered by a scene tonight. And here we go. We got 43 folks rating Praetors Rejects. Tell them we said hi. Tune in tomorrow night. We love you, love you, love you here at Blue Box. Thank you so much, and we'll see you very soon.
You're not my real rejects.
Love you.
Praetors Rejects.
Oh, it's my 7-month anniversary for them.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, like I had a real weird thing. This is, wait, hold on.